Yo, what is good? It's Monday. It's 9 o'clock. We're live. Yeah. We don't got no intro. We don't got no music right now. It's all good. What up?
Doing a little reading over there.
Who do we got here?
Oh, Bonafide back in the building. What up?
Yeah, supervisor's here as well.
All right, the supervisor.
Yep.
We're missing Jiu-Jitsu and VX. Couldn't get VX. Running late. Sorry, my friend. Excuse me. Brand.
Yeah, my brand too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Joe. I don't know what's
well.
up with Joe. He said he had a birthday party going to. Something like that.
That nigga lying.
Yeah.
It's a quinceañera.
Yeah.
Yeah, peace, Joe.
He's wearing a white suit,
I think today was his christening.
white patent leather shoes. Yep.
Damn, he's
the
doing
patent leathers
So you're saying he's looking like Pee Wee Herman right now?
all day.
Yeah, I mean, no, it looks good on him though.
He's holding them snakes.
Word. So we just had some interesting reading material over there.
Yeah.
Where was the origin of that letter?
It said it was an anonymous letter.
Anonymous letter. So I read this thing on HipHopHeads.com, and it's some anonymous letter from some record executive or some like A&R or
Sure. Allegedly, yeah.
Some
somebody
guy
in the business.
Somebody in the music business. Supposedly in like 1991 or something. He got this like phone call saying he's gonna have this like secret meeting, and they were gonna talk about hip hop, how they wanted like gangster rap to go mainstream or some shit.
Yeah, basically, this dude claims that people from the private prison industry, were at this meeting talking to these dudes who were in the music industry, like, hey, listen, we really want to push this rap music. You guys can buy into this prison thing, and we're going to push this gangster rap music to get more people in our prisons and get more money. This is how it works, blah, blah, blah. And,
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. I mean, anonymous letters, you know?
Yeah, it was kind of strange.
Interesting.
Definitely interesting.
It makes sense, but
like gangster rap came out like long before in like 1991. Like, why would you start pushing it then when it was already like a kind of like a big thing? I guess. You know?
Well,
sure, it got bigger for sure.
Yeah, he claims that was like the turning point. That's when you started to hear that predominantly on the radio instead of like the more political rap.
That happy rap.
But then, like, what happened?
I don't know. Maybe these dudes are winning.
Here's the thing, right? If you're the dude who wrote that letter, you can't remain anonymous. You have to back up that letter. You have to be like, hey, I'm the guy who wrote the letter. Otherwise, what good is it going to do?
Yeah, I mean, he already
It's
didn't
so easily-
name any names. At least name yourself.
Yeah, it's easily discredited. Like, dude, step it up.
Yeah, that I thought that was kind of foolish too. It's like already the letter is like null and void. You know, it's like
Sure.
doesn't matter.
Private prisons are fucking disgusting. It's a terrible, terrible thing. It's the absolute worst way to run something like that, to make it for profit, you know? But
Yep.
Yeah, man, they do that shit all the time. They got deals with judges, you know what I mean? So they send people to these prisons.
all kinds of funny shit
So all the
going
way
on
keep
there.
the money moving.
All kinds of
Yeah, it's
funny
all
shit
about the
going on
paper.
there. I wonder, you know what, man? I asked my dad and shit, you know, like, because right now, like, I know a ton of people who have been to jail. Like, at least half my friends I grew up with have been to jail
All right.
for a bid, not just like overnight, you know? And I
Yeah.
wonder if it was like that back then. Did people just get tossed in jail all the fucking time?
I don't know.
Probably. I mean, look at like back in the day. Like they built like all the roads like America
Yeah.
drives on. You know, they built the railroads before that. You know what I mean? Now, what they're pressing license plates and doing other shit. You know, they're keeping them working. You know
I
what
guess
I mean?
so. I feel like they don't do as much work in jail anymore.
Nah,
Nah,
well,
now
they
it's
don't
like-
let you work out that much no more. So, you know, we got
Yeah, you don't got weights either.
Yeah.
And they feed you terrible food.
They
Yeah.
don't want you to get your swole on.
Word.
Pause.
Word.
You don't want that.
Word. Yo, we should play some prison songs, man.
We should.
For real.
I have like a good. It actually might be somewhere on here. Yeah, I have some prison shit. We'll get into that as soon as my computer starts working over here with all the music on it.
Word.
But it said it's been updating now for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and it says do not power off or unplug your machine.
I think your computer hates you.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think, yeah, your computer's getting a little bold with that shit.
It's pretty new.
It's supposed to listen to you.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we all hate you too.
I agree. That's some fucked up shit.
Yeah, for making me read that fuking article.
I
For real.
I was
We're all
like,
late
damn.
to the show because
Yeah.
we're sitting there getting our read on.
Yeah, I was enthralled with that shit until I thought about it for a second.
Yeah, hip hop is red, I guess. I mean, they really made you read that shit.
Forgot my spectacles.
Yeah.
My eyes hurt now.
I'm getting old up here.
Word.
Need those
God.
bifocals.
Somebody give me a monocle.
Yeah, that's what you need. Get your squint on.
The other thing happened in hip hop last week when we were doing the show. While we were doing the show, I guess CeeLo was on The Voice, and a couple weeks ago we played the Goody Mob on here, right?
Yeah.
I guess they had a reunion on The Voice.
Oh, is that true?
And did a new track on there or something.
A new track.
Oh.
Either a new track or I think it was a new track.
I wonder if it's good.
I think it's really doubtful.
Yeah. It is pretty doubtful.
Probably
yeah.
NBC.
Sure.
Yes.
People don't dance no more. All they do is this. They had
that-
some good shit, man.
They had some jams. That first album was crazy.
Who's not looking through my window? Wow.
Classic.
Come and get your soul food. You know,
Yeah.
they broke
That
it
was
down,
the most
too.
ridiculous video. The dudes were all just eating mad biscuits.
Oh, I just got hungry again.
Mad
It's like
iced
real
tea.
life.
Word.
I get my sweet tea on every day.
So who knows? Who knows? What that's
I hope it was good.
I hope it was good too, but chances are it wasn't. So I'm not going to look into it.
I got no hopes for them. If I see them coming back, I see them coming back like as a pop group, not like,
Oh, I don't know about that. I would disagree with that. They had some hard fucking jams. That first album,
Yeah,
like those first two tracks,
they had some hard shit.
Of course, that soul food track,
But
that cell therapy. Excuse me.
but
The
what?
cell therapy was crazy.
But CeeLo has lost his street credibility, right? So anything he's attached to right now probably, isn't going to be like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as far as the music that he made, it's not like that shit was soft.
no,
You know what I mean?
that Gnarls Barkley, that was all right, wasn't it?
That shit was good.
That
I
was
like that.
No,
album.
I like all his music. I'm not. I'm just saying he's gone like a totally different. He's gone pop. You know what I mean?
He has, but it's good pop.
Yeah, I
You know?
agree. I agree with that.
It's the only palatable pop, really. That's like,
So maybe he could be like. Maybe they could be like the coming back or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
they can.
Can the rest of them still rap?
That
Yeah,
They weren't
that's a
that good at
question.
rapping to begin with. He was the best one at rapping and singing.
this is true.
by far.
Yeah. So I don't see
But
why.
that
he'd be
one dude
dragging
did have
him
a gully like voice, like he had that like blah, 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 that froggy,
Yeah.
that frog style, like
That
he
dude
used to
did have
thirst
the
and
frog
howl.
style. Yeah.
Or Nine, he did
And Nine, remember that frog song? I was
the
just thinking
friggity
that.
frog is ribbon. He had
Yep.
like that DOS effect shit on there too.
That was the jam. Motherfuckers don't do shit like that no more. No, dudes don't put on a voice like a frog and rap about being a frog no more.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and especially with like a street dude doing that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Nine was
Like,
hard. And he totally made a song about how he was a frog. That shit was ill.
Didn't Nabo Rock have a song where he was talking like a frog?
No, he was like a robot. He called himself like Mike Gigantic. He like
Yeah, that robot shit going. I'm gonna come up with some shit like that.
Bring it back.
Yeah, like alligator. Be like alligator. A voice like alligator.
the Croc. Call you the Croc.
The Croc. Yep, and I'm gonna wear Crocs in my video.
Oh no!
Yep. It's gonna be
And
hard.
like alligator skin suit and shit, like Eddie
Word.
Murphy and Raw.
Word, straight up like a gator skin vest and a pair of Crocs, like some nice ones though.
Heard him looking like Jodeci.
Word.
Right on the pony, kid.
That's just gonna be hard. Wait, 2013.
Big things coming in the winter.
Big things coming. January 2013.
See me in my leather, my crocodile leather. Call me the crocodile hunter. No stingray.
Sneak preview for the Scorpios.
Yeah. Word.
That's what the name of your album should be. Is No Stingray.
No stingray.
Fuck yeah.
Word.
Hey Bendy.
So how's that computer situation?
There's life in it, but right now the screen is black, so that's not a good thing.
All right.
The black screen of death. It's better than a blue screen, though, so that means there's something going on here. There's something working behind the scenes.
Yo, y'all know that bum downtown that has the crazy
Spare
voice?
change.
Yes. Anybody have any spare change?
And then, like, if you don't have spare change, he'll, like, fucking, like, scream at you and
Yeah.
shit, like, you motherfucker.
You know what's fucked up? I almost knew who you were talking about when you said, "You know that bum?" Like I pictured this dude.
We all knew who he was.
But he is amazing, man. And let me just I got a funny prison story.
Okay.
So my man was locked up in South Bay for a while, and he used to call me regularly, like once a week or whatever. Just and it's funny because, like, you know, a lot of dudes call you from jail and they'd be all sad and shit. This dude was never sad. He was just like, "Yo, I did some hilarious shit in jail today. Check this out." And he would tell me stories. And so this dude, Spare Change, ended up on his block.
Oh, really?
And he was so
shit.
gross. Like, he was just so gross, I guess, of a bum that, like, the COs made him wear gloves at all times because he was just always picking his nose and his ass and shit. And so, anyway, this dude, he was on the block, and so he would play tricks with this dude. Like, when his man was in the cell taking a nap, he'd be like, spare change would come up and ask for a cigarette, and he'd be like, oh, yeah, Jimmy got a menthol in there, man. He's in there. Just go ask him for it. And so you got this big, scary, fucking crazy bum coming into the thing, waking you up. Do you have a cigarette for me? You know, freaking motherfuckers out and shit. This is what he would do all day in jail. Just think of ways to fuck with this bum.
Oh,
That
that's
dude was so
entertaining.
fucked up.
Yeah.
That dude was so fucked up. I used to see that dude every day.
He's out. I've seen him.
Every
recently.
morning.
Park Street.
Spare some change.
Yo, he's ill. If you look on YouTube, there's videos of him. One time he came and interrupted like a Fox 25 weather report.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then there was some other weird dude who like followed him around with a little camera for a day or whatever, and there's videos of that on there too.
That dude's definitely like hood famous. Right
He
there.
is.
Everybody knows who that guy is.
Sure. The hood loves him.
Yeah, he's like he's like the Fleet Center. You know, he's just a part of Boston. You know what I mean?
Real talk, he's like the Ducks or any.
Really, he's
Yeah,
a landmark.
the dark duck boats. Yeah,
He's a landmark.
Yeah.
Yo, he's on the Freedom Trail.
yeah.
Real talk.
You can catch him, but like every day, his like little red spot like moves a little bit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but it's basically on the Freedom Trail.
Right.
It's on Park Street.
Someday you can catch him like passed out like under the bridge, like going over to like the Charles River or some shit.
Yeah.
People on the duck boats treated like Where's Waldo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, I found him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, that would be awesome. I should make a book, The Great Bums of Boston, like a coffee
Yo.
table book. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then just
man.
document all the greatest bums,
There's a lot of good ones out there.
their habits, their neighborhoods.
There used to be this one I know who looked exactly like David Letterman, and he could do the illest David
Yeah,
Letterman impression.
yeah.
But he was missing a few more teeth than David Letterman, so.
Yeah,
But that dude was funny
the
as
gap
fuck.
was like 3 teeth wide.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
opposed to
He just had like these like two like big front teeth, you know what I mean? Everything else was kind of like gone. Like
yeah.
this fucking guy.
Jesus. Oh, bums.
I
Yo,
hope
I
this
hope-
computer keeps working someday.
I hope Amari Stoudemire is going to be okay.
Yeah, those braids
We're
are pretty
watching
tight.
basketball. What's up with them braids?
I don't
Yeah,
know, man.
those shits look
fucking-
tight.
He's gonna pull his wig back right there.
I think his stylist was mad at him.
Like his eyes are open a little wider than usual as a result of these braids.
He's getting older, though, right? Maybe he's getting a little wrinkle in the forehead. He just wants to, pull that shit back a little bit.
Word, maybe he just got Botox and he's covering it up with those tight ass braids.
Maybe, but that shit makes his forehead even bigger.
Yeah,
But you would just
Good
like
God.
undo the braid, right? If it was that tight, you just be like, fuck it.
it looks like he's in pain.
He looks like he has LeBron James' hairline all of a sudden.
Is he scoring at least?
Not really.
They were doing it for a minute. They
Yeah.
stopped going to the hoop.
Yeah, he's not getting inside. Wow, that was amazing.
What just happened?
We're watching TV on the radio. You guys should be watching the same shit that you know we're talking about.
Playoffs, right?
D Wade is waiting for that replay.
Yeah. This dude just brought the ball to the rack. There was no one there to stop him. He jumps so high up in the air to dunk it, misses the dunk, and falls down like a little baby.
Looking for
Like the
looking
cry
for a
ass that he
call.
is. Yeah. Yeah, I think he was looking for a foul there. There was no one within 10 feet of him. Oh, what a pussy.
Dunked it so hard it didn't go in.
Yeah.
Womp
And then it just
womp.
showed Pat Riley's face. Pat Riley just
Pat
lost
Riley hates Dwayne
lost-
Wade right now.
2 days off of his
Yeah,
already
I know.
dwindling life.
I know. 2 more of his hairs just went gray right there.
Why do I hate the Miami Heat so much?
Yeah.
Because they have Pat Riley.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's not Pat.
I think it's Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, he's a pussy.
Or because they just bought, like, they tried to buy a whole team to get them a championship and they still suck ass.
Yeah, but they're still pussies. Like, there's nothing tough about anyone on their
Nothing.
team. You know what I mean?
Chris Bosh is the softest one of them all.
They got no moxie.
Bosh.
They got no gumption.
no chutzpah.
They got no wherewithal.
Chutzpah. You don't sleep on the chutzpah.
You need it. You need it in life. Fucking BJ Novak.
What's that noise? BJ, no, is that the dude from The Office?
No, that's not who's that dude? It's not BJ Novak. It's like his name's like RJ or some shit. Anyway, he's fucking gay.
What are you, a homo?
Jesus. So what's up with your laptop? It's not gonna work?
Nah, it's working. It's on its way.
We're gonna
doing
do
something.
2 hours of live talking.
Yep. commentary, just straight commentary.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to switch it up and talk like E40 for the rest of the hour.
You should. What's up with this new E40 triple CD, the block brochure?
Yeah, can you give us a review?
Yeah, let's
man?
get a review of this.
All right. Well, this shit came out probably about a month ago now. And me being a huge E40 fan, I am ashamed that I didn't pick it up even sooner. But it's been in the deck for the past week or so. And, there's a lot of music to get through, but I think every CD is about 18 tracks.
It's a lot of music.
And I'd say about 60...
Wait, so that's 18 times 3.
Yeah.
Right? So
you need a pen and paper?
54.
Wait, hold on. Let's do this. Hold on. I can't trust that. So 18 plus 18 plus 18. So 8 3 times 8, 16, 24. So I'll hold the 24.
Yeah.
And then I had 3 10s.
That's 54, my friend.
So 3 10s plus 20 is
50.
30, 40, 50. Plus, how much do we have left over? 4.
So you get 4.
54. Okay, all right. So it's 54 tracks.
Yeah, so it's about 54 tracks of music.
Get this good at Abacus.
And I would say that I've only given it like 2 run-throughs for everything, but I would say 60% of that shit is dope.
Okay.
Right? You gotta, there's a couple you might want to skip through here and there, but give it all a chance. You know what I mean? Let's see how it marinates for a little while on your brain.
I see. My man has a lot of features
on
every disc, and I mean, how do you feel about that?
That I'm not really keen on, to be quite honest with you.
I never am either, but
I know I understand. There are a lot of tracks on there. You got to get different people in there, but I'd prefer to hear the artist.
Yeah, no, me too.
I have a question. Now, you guys are familiar with E40's music. On his other albums, does he typically have a lot of features? Maybe that's something special about this album compared to other ones.
I feel like it's a more recent development with him.
Well, yeah, I would say even starting back with the what was that? Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go.
Yeah, 2004.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
My Ghetto Report Card shit.
My Ghetto Report. I felt that even had a lot of features.
But if you go back to that like Ballertician shit, that Grit and Grind joint, like I never bought that CD for the sole reason that when I looked on the back, it had a lot of features from dudes who I wasn't really into, like a lot of No Limit cats and a lot of Cash Money dudes. You know what I mean? Well, I wasn't really feeling it at the time. That's one of the only E40 albums I don't have, and that's why. But like his first like 4 or 5 albums, man, was like basically just him and just other Bay Area features,
Yeah,
with the occasional
like T-Pain is on
rhymes.
one of those tracks. You know what I mean? So like, they're doing the auto tune. I heard some of that. Not too long ago here.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never listen to T-Pain, but that was actually a pretty listenable joint right there. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think if you're on the track with E40, it's going to be listenable. Just because people are going to want to hear what 40 got to say.
I mean, he rips shit. He still rips shit. His rhyme style has toned down a lot. His shit used to be really wild, Like if you go back to like the Element of Surprise, the kind of styles he was spitting on there, like as far as like a technical rapper goes, like he is one of the greatest technical dudes ever. Some of the tricks that he does and the way that he spits and the way he puts his syllables together and the way
wordplay,
the way he speeds up and slows down, you know what I mean? At the drop of a dime, it's just amazing.
And even with those funky like his styles and like the way he would switch his voice up, everything was always so intricate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You understood every syllable what he had to say.
Yeah.
Is that how it is on this new album?
I feel that's the same. You know what I mean? But I feel like I don't get enough of him.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a lot more other dudes, and you're like, damn, I want more 40 on this,
But actually, I don't know if you got to hear if it was on when you got here, but he has a track that talks about how he's hot pretty much all over the country except the East Coast.
Oh, word?
Yeah. I think it's just kind of like an interlude, but I thought about it, and I was like, yeah.
No, it's totally true.
He doesn't get that shine around here.
Yeah. His fans are fewer and further between on the East Coast,
which is pretty unfortunate.
But I feel like a lot of East Coast hip hop heads or whatever, they just look for that one sound. If you don't have that sound, it's like fuck you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like
sure.
If your shit's overproduced, if you don't have like a punchline like every third bar, you know what I mean. If you're not rapping slow, it's not like slow, but like. Not like typically a real fat. People from New York or East Coast, I think, they rap so you can hear everything they say. You know what I mean? Where other
Yeah.
places go real fast and real quick, and they put a lot of words into lines. Where the East Coast rappers are maybe like 3 to 4 words per line, or maybe
They're a little more minimalist. It's true, but
I think that's what 40 says pretty much verbatim, actually.
yeah.
How dudes on the East Coast, they only want to hear that one sound. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
sure,
And
but, like,
it's a
frown
good
upon
sound. I mean,
It is a good sound, but if you go back in time,
we
like some of the first dudes who
look at Rakim and his stuff. You know, it was like fast back in the day. You know what I mean? Or
yeah.
or like Big Daddy Kane.
Kane and G-Rap were some of the first dudes to really stuff a shit ton of words into a bar, you know,
Yeah.
and make it
Yeah.
sound tight. But they had their own sound, you know, which is different than 40s because, you know, like a dude like Cool G-Rap, he had a dope-ass style, but he didn't switch up speeds and styles as much as a dude like E40 does.
Yeah.
You know?
And E40 would do that 3 different times on one track.
He totally will, yeah. And he's dope with his punch-ins, too, you know, which is something that, like, you know, Slick Rick kind of pioneered. If you listen to his old shit and the way he rapped fast, he would punch in every bar with that shit, but it always sounded so smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so seamless, you know? I feel like 40 picked that up and took it to another level.
Yeah, I could see the similarities between their styles.
The Ruler, man, he was
Yeah.
so good. Man.
Sure. Like when on the Ruler's Back. On
Yeah,
that
yeah.
particular album, you know?
Yeah, I remember that because on the first one it was the Art of Storytelling. No, it was the
Great Adventures.
The Great Adventures. He had a slow rhyme style on there, and it was like real smooth. You know, that classic Slick Rick sound. And then the Ruler's Back, and I think it was Behind Bars.
Yeah.
He became like a completely different. Like you couldn't. I think if a lot of people listen to those two albums,
Yeah.
they probably might not recognize that it's Slick Rick unless it's like a song they really know on there. You know, that's a real memorable song.
Yeah.
Because his rhyme style is completely different than like the other album, and even later than that when he did the Art of Storytelling.
Yeah.
His rhyme style went back to that, you know, slow, slick style. You know, but his fast style was ill.
His fast style was dope, man. But, I mean, his slow style was ill, too, man. Songs like A Teenage Love or like
Yeah.
Hey Young World, like...
Can't front on that whole album. You can't front.
You can't front on that entire album.
Yeah, that's a classic.
But every album he dropped was classic, and I feel like he could still... Because he came out of nowhere with that Art of Storytelling shit. He hadn't dropped a record in years.
Right, he just came out of jail and boom. But I think that is a great album.
It is a great album, and I feel like he could do the same thing right now. Like if Def Jam would just give him a shot, he could drop an album and have a couple hits. He could have a couple dope singles on there.
And that was like a, you know, at that time, Def Jam was kind of on, you know, on point, but it was kind of like the end of like when they were, that was like one of their last like dope releases, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
I agree. That was like towards the end of that whole like survival of the illest.
Like that was like maybe
campaign they had.
1999 or something.
It was
1998.
99. It was probably 99, you know? So they had just dropped that Ill Onyx album.
that
DMX was
Shut 'Em
killing
Down
them.
album.
Fucking the Def Squad album was tight. Like
Was that El Nino that came out?
Yep.
At that
But like
time?
even all those are really well promoted in my opinion. And the Slick Rick, they just kind of, you know, pushed to the back. They didn't like get a lot of promo for that.
But that album is dope.
It's sick.
No need to be subtle.
He had that
I want the butthole.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like
Just
that
that song alone.
that Slick Rick and Raekwon joint with the Portishead sample.
That shit was dope.
How can I forget you?
And
That
song
shit
with
was
Outkast
sick
was
right
crazy.
there.
The song with Nas was ill. I Run This. Like, yeah, the whole album
Who
was dope.
rotten them?
Yeah.
One of the greatest rapper all time saying, in my field making my brick without hands.
Yo, he had a dope new joint that came out on the fucking soundtrack.
The
for
Sitter,
the
right?
Sitter. Yeah.
It was dope. Yeah.
That song was
produced
off the
by
hook.
DJ Premier.
Really?
Yeah. It was amazing, dude. Yeah, you got to check that out.
How was that movie?
I might have. It was actually decent.
I didn't see it.
It was decent. I saw that a couple weeks ago. I like that.
I guess Method Man had a good cameo on that, huh?
Oh, word?
Yeah, he did. He was like some chick's boyfriend or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
he had just like a few lines in it, but it was cool. It was good to see Method Man.
He was funny.
I saw who did I see? I saw the RZA in something recently too. Where he
Yeah,
had a
you were telling
cameo.
us that last time.
That was pretty funny. I forget what that was though. Now that I'm on the spot here, but I'll think of it.
Word.
Well, you blow.
Yeah,
He's a frequent on that show, Californication, on Showtime.
The RZA?
Yeah,
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's like boys with that David Duchovny.
Yeah.
I'm all about Shameless, and that show comes on right before.
Some X-Files shit.
So I always see it on there. And, David
Mulder,
Duchovny is like fucking his bitch. I guess the RZA's like a producer or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And David Duchovny's fucking his bitch behind his back. Sorry.
Oh,
What a scumbag.
Spoiler alert.
shit's gonna hit the fan, huh?
Word.
Somebody might die tonight.
Yo, y'all fuck with that Game of
Bong,
Thrones?
bong.
I do. Yeah, I haven't seen this season. I watched all last season. Though.
You gotta catch up on this season. It's crazy, man.
I'm thinking about getting into it just because everybody wants to shut the hell up about it.
You should hop on
It's
it, man.
good.
Yeah.
Seems like there's a fair amount of titty in it too.
There's a lot of titties.
You got to see Spartacus for that one. That's the titty show. Right
There's
there.
some quality titties in Game of Thrones. Just some high grade titties. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's also some other titty too, like you don't want to see.
Yeah, no, there's some gross titties.
No, there's some gross titty. I mean, can I give something away?
Yeah.
I mean, they got some kid who's like fucking like 19, still fucking feeding from the breast and shit like that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
You know what I mean?
That was awesome.
You know, when I saw that, I had a few thoughts run through my head. Is that like child pornography right there? If you're allowing that like person to like suck on a woman's nipple when they're like 13?
HBO doesn't give a shit.
That's weird though, right?
Yeah, that is kind of strange.
It is. I thought that was awesome.
That was no fake titty he was sucking on, right? That was some real titty.
No, that was her tit, dude.
Yeah. I mean, he had drool up on his mouth.
If it was a fake
shit.
titty, they would have made it look better.
This is true. They should have photoshopped that shit.
Yeah, for real. Someone should have airbrushed that titty.
She was
kind of veiny.
She was a brute.
Yeah, she's rough.
I think I might watch the show just to see that.
Yeah. So yeah,
it's worth it. Yeah, just to see, you're like, oh shit, now I'm interested. You know what I mean?
Then we'll have something to talk about when we hang out.
Like, yo, see when she took out the titty, yo?
I seen that titty.
See those breastfeeding tactics?
Damn.
That shit was lactating.
Word.
Similac.
You guys want to talk about lactating titties?
That was my 2 Chain shout out.
Let's do this.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I have never had the opportunity, you know what I mean? To like squeeze, as a grown man anyway, right? To like,
as a grown man.
You know what I mean? To like get some titty milk, real titty milk.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I had a taste of that.
What's that like?
It's sweet.
Yeah? That sounds hilarious to me, at the very least, if not like really cool.
Yeah, I guess it could be fun times.
I guess you got to just kind of put the work in, though. You know what I mean? To find yourself in that position. I haven't made the requisite moves.
I think it'll happen for you.
I really feel like it will as well.
I got a funny story about that.
All right.
come to think.
All right.
So my buddy was getting married. A good friend of mine. I happen to be the best man for it, which I'm honored. You know.
Thanks, guy.
Yeah, a lot of people actually pick me to be the best man.
He's the best man. He's best man material.
Guy.
It's good best
He's
man
best
material.
man material. I've been a best man twice, so
I know what it's like.
I know what it's like to be best man material.
But anywho, so we set up some shenanigans to do during the day. We went out in the morning, went up to the firing range, shot off a bunch of guns.
Yeah.
Afternoon, we went paintballing. You know, shot each other for a little while. That was cool. Afterwards, we had dinner a couple hours later. You know what I mean? Nice, good dinner. Got some steaks in you, some real man food.
Oh yeah.
And afterwards, you know, went to a little function hall that I happen to be a member of.
You frequent?
Yeah, that I frequent. And you know, we had some drinks, and a couple of ladies of the evening came. Not prostitutes, but damn close.
Okay.
So, you know, some gals are up there. They're dancing. You know, one of them's always better looking than the other one when you get a couple strippers. So the one that was better looking, she seemed like she was an old pro.
I got you.
You know what I mean? She's been around the block a few times. Mm-hmm. She knew how to handle the crowd.
Yeah. Tricks of the trade.
Yeah. And also, you know, they always have the driver.
The icebreaker.
They always have the guy that's there for the muscle. Whatever.
He's got a gun or whatever.
Yeah, half the time you don't even have muscle. Yeah.
You know what? But he seemed like he didn't care about the lady's well-being as much as he should have.
Yeah.
The only thing he kept yelling, and he kept yelling it over and over again, was, "The more green, the more obscene." And
whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, wow.
That caught everybody off guard.
He sounds like he's an old hand as well.
Yeah. He's been around that block, too. So, anyway, they're doing their thing, you know, making the rounds, lap dances and whatnot. And
the more green, the more obscene.
The old pro in question, she had the soon-to-be groom, you know, on a chair doing her thing, you know.
Yeah.
And at a left field, grabbed her breast and started to squeeze breast milk into his face.
Wow.
Oh.
At a left field. Nobody saw that coming. I actually had a lady on my lap at the time, the less gooder looking one.
Yeah.
She got thrown off of my lap so fast, like I thought she got a concussion.
Yeah.
Like I had to get up and see what the fuck was going on. And it was
Wow.
I was disgusted
and aroused
at the same time. I didn't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
I mean, like all of a sudden that took over the night.
Sure.
Now all of a sudden I'm paying her $10 to go squeeze titty milk in somebody's face that's not looking.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It was all night long.
So much fun you can have with that.
I'm telling you, the coup de grace.
The coup de guess.
She let under, advisement of somebody else, ordered 3 shots from the bar of just Black Russians, just vodka and Kahlua, and squeezed breast milk into all the glasses to make them White Russians.
Oh, did anybody drink it? Please tell me no one drank them shits.
People drink those.
Not
That
you,
shit's
right?
supposed to be hella nutritious.
That's supposed to be like a hella way to get AIDS right there.
Really? No, I guess maybe you're right. You could probably catch something from titty milk. I never thought of that. I always thought that shit was probably hella nutritious.
I mean, I'm sure it is, but I mean, is it safe to
It's
drink?
safe enough for the baby, ain't it?
This is
Sure.
true. But is it safe enough from a stranger to drink?
Hey,
A strange hooker, for that matter.
Yeah, okay. No, I would totally. A stranger, yes. A strange hooker, perhaps not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jelani, this is why you are a fantastic best man.
that's
Yeah,
why they
exactly.
come for me.
You hooked up. You found these broads
It was an establishment I had used in the past,
that you frequented.
but I was not aware that they had a lady of this caliber in their stables.
You didn't realize that was
So if your
something
services,
they featured.
if your
Boy.
services for best man are requested again, will you be requesting the old pro with the
Her-
milk titty, yo?
in somebody else, not the same one that we got last.
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
But yeah, absolutely, great novelty for a bachelor party.
Definitely.
talk
You're
about
like, hey,
novelty.
last time I got the well, I guess you got to get a milk. Now you got to get a vagina squirter next time, right? And have her.
Hey, yo, I need to get Brian McKnight to find that.
Word.
Yeah, we can look into that. We'll lay out like the fucking slip and slide.
Holy shit!
We'll all go diving in that shit.
Woo!
Swimming in that shit like a kiddie pool.
That's some fucking.
That is gross.
Oh man, that's funny shit. On that, on
Are we
that
on
note,
the air?
Yeah, let's play a track right now. I think
right.
I got this shit working here.
Let's do
This
it.
is
I hope it's about vagina squirting.
This is off the OC and Apollo Brown album that's dropping called Trophies. And from what I hear, this is supposed to be some really good shit. I have not previewed this track, so I'm just gonna go for it. You know what I mean?
Toss it out there, homie.
I figure
let's
it's
see what
OC. It
happens.
can't be bad, right?
Well, fingers crossed.
You jinxed it.
Kick it on the one, black, and we don't stop. Making records for people to go, checking and respecting it. Look on the rock, the sound will stop. Those of the doctor.
Yo, high energy, flowing with the wisdom, sense of a rich man, acknowledging the rhythm. No, I'm not biting, this is one of my heroes. Pay homage brought me one step closer to the MC's cover. Drop the D, and what it reads is OC. His acronym is no one can do it better. My acronym is on cue. Empire State, windows on the world. One day I caught a view, saying to myself, I could do this. Mom's a singer, and my DNA is rooted. The first LP proved it, with no guest appearances. God-given gift to be a lyricist. Right alongside the best out, edge my spot in the game, alleviating doubt. Acknowledging the rhythm that my mama had born to her equals unlimited flows of science. I morphed into a formula.
And we don't stop. Making records for people to go, checking and respecting it. Look on the rock, the sound will stop. Those of the doctor. Kick it on the one, black, and we don't stop. Making records for people to go, checking and respecting it. Look on the rock, the sound will stop. Those of the doctor.
Never saying nothing people can't comprehend. Checking the facts before it goes down on wax. Making sure only download official apps. Cause spyware in your laptop could be a bitch. Telltale sign. Source seekers amaze non-believers to get a gist of it all and go with the proceedings. Life's a journey with 1 million hours logged in a ledger. But I'm never succumbing to the pressures. Something like what you heard before and more. You see the glow in my aura. It shows I'm applauded. Trash talking start believing their own lies to the point truth's distorted. Yet they still recorded. Consumers, I provide them a service just like burgers. Followed by an A+ score, validating it perfect. Acknowledging the source that my mama was born to her. We making it official. Yo, A, let them know. Yo, it's the formula.
And we don't stop. Making records for people to go, checking and respecting it. Look on the rock, the sound will stop. Those of the doctor. Kick it on the one, black, and we don't stop. Making records for people to go, checking and respecting it. Look on the rock, the sound will stop. Those of the doctor.
Yo, it's sequenced like the doc coming straight from the heart. One of many who gave me a spark. I acknowledge him like Slick Rick and G-Rap, I mean that. Portrait of a masterpiece. bass when he say it. Funky enough with the rude boy drawl, over letting the bass go with the run-ons and pauses, making it an opera of Doc and a doctor. Texas born with a New York posture. His union with Dre's like me and Apollo, linking a Cuba chain hard to pop, cause the clan beside knowledge and lyricism. The OG boy gave me the blueprint and showed me how to mix and hook up my own formula.
No, we don't stop making records so people will go checking and respecting it. Look on the rock, the sales will stop. Those of the doctor. Kick it on the one black. No, we don't stop making records so people will go checking and respecting it. Look on the rock, the sales will stop. Those of the doctor.
Yo,
From Miami.
yo, that's that.
Hey.
That's the OC and Apollo Brown.
That shit was hard, man.
Yeah, man, that's good.
That was a really good song.
Yeah.
Who's this Apollo Brown guy?
Actually, I don't know much about him, but like he's pretty big, like in the underground, I guess. He might be a producer and a MC.
Who did he produce for?
I think himself. I think he does
Just
a lot
for
of his
himself,
own
yeah?
shit. I wish I could bring something up about him. Maybe I'll have some more stuff for you about him next week. I'll try to learn
Yeah,
some
look
stuff.
into it, man. That shit's
Apollo
hot.
Brown, but that stuff sounds real good right there.
Do some research.
I'll do some research.
Yeah, OC, man. He's
He's
still a
great.
beast.
Did you see him at that show? Him and AG and
I did.
R.A. the Rugged Man?
I showed up a little late for their set, but I got to hear a fucking AG do the soul clap, and that shit was ill, man. Those dudes are two legends, and that was amazing. That was like a cool little bonus too, because I didn't think they were gonna be there.
Right, exactly. And like we were chilling with AG outside. He bummed a Newport off me, you know what I mean? I hooked him up. Kind of like how I do with Jelani here every week. Bumming butts off him and shit.
Fuck you.
Yep. Yep. But I hooked up the Giant, you know what I mean? It was cool.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Who else came out the cut that night? It was Thurston Howell III. He didn't do a show there, but he was just chilling, like,
Yeah,
outside and whatnot.
yeah, he's
Remember
the
that?
man.
I think I was there.
Yeah, you were there. You were there.
Thurston
I remember
Howell,
the lady Thurston Howell III was standing with.
Oh, yeah.
That jogs the memory.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That mad random people there that night, huh?
It was Halloween.
Yeah, it was all.
Mad people dressed up. I seen a dude dressed up as Quail Man.
Quail Man.
Who the fuck is
Wow.
Quail Man?
From Doug.
Fucking Doug.
Oh, from Doug. Get out of here.
With the belt on his head shit. I seen him and was like, oh, shit, it's
Doug's
Quail
alter
Man.
ego.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Next year, I'm going as Skeeter Valentine.
Can I bang a stang from you, my friend? Give you $1.
Thurston Howell, man. Yo, you ever hear that crazy Thurston Howell song he did with that dude from Australia? It's called Five Finger Discount. It's him and like Rack Low, I think.
It's him and Racklow every time.
Him and Rack Low and this dude from Australia. It's off the hook.
But who was that dude he used to chill with too back in the day?
Master Fool? Yeah.
What happened to him?
What happened to Master Fool?
I don't know. He was a dude.
I think all of us actually went down to see them dudes one time in Providence, and it was like Master Fool, Racklow, fucking Thurston Howell III, and
We definitely did.
They played at the Met, and it was just crazy. It was like we were probably the only people there. It was freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
It was a good show.
Those are the good shows.
That was way back when.
Was
Thurston
that
Howell.
Thurston Howell and like nonfiction or some bullshit like that?
It might have been.
Or like Necro?
No, that was the
That
other
was
show.
a Necro show.
That was the other show.
When Necro had the ill,
That
like,
was
brown
Necro-
denim fat farm suit on.
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
pissed.
With the Woo Wear leather, the burgundy Woo Wear leather.
Wow.
Screaming at people in the crowd, I'm gonna fuck your bitches. Like, he was saying how he was gonna beat up people's boyfriends. He fucked up every song that he did.
I was
He
going to
did.
say, he did not do a complete one song.
He did.
that
Yeah, he
whole
really
time.
did.
Everybody was
Song.
booing him, and we were just cracking up.
It was really funny. And I was like 17 and I was drunk.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
I was
yeah.
drinking those big cans of Foster's, dude. That shit was crazy.
Oh, yeah, they would hook you up in Providence. They would never
they
take
didn't
your
give
You
a
ID.
gotta
fuck.
love Providence,
They didn't
man.
give a
You
fuck.
gotta love Providence.
Actually, I think that
Best city.
Necro show was where we were in the bathroom smoking weed, and security came in and they're like, hey, everybody got to get out of here. We're like, all right, man, all right. And we just put the blunt down. He left, and we just kept smoking. And he came back like 15 minutes later, and he was like, no, seriously. You guys got to leave. We're like, all right, we're done. Cool.
Good times.
Fucking love that place.
You gotta love Providence, man.
The
What a
Met.
city.
Man, those are the good old
The Met
days.
was the shit.
Ah, those are the good old days. Man, I used to love going to shows down. Actually, they have this new venue, I think, down there called like FETE, like Feet or Fet or something like that.
Yeah.
And Talib Kweli's come there, but it's like $30. I'm like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay $30 to see Talib.
Not for quality.
But I paid like $40 to see Nas down there, and that shit was a blast.
Really? At the
remember
Lupos?
that? Yeah, Lupo. Where was that, Jelani? At the Met Lupos.
I think it was at Lupo's.
It
I've
was at
seen him a
Lupo's.
couple times.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that show in Worcester, I am.
No, we're talking about the one in Providence. Man.
Yeah, I hate Worcester.
I saw Nas once. I was actually both you guys. I think. What was that?
At the
shit?
Rock the Bells?
Rock the Bells.
Rock the
yeah.
Bells,
That was a good time.
Yeah, we seen you there in the cut.
Yeah,
Next
peace
to-
to
next
Just
to
Joe
Mortal
with the video.
Mortal Technique.
He gave us the hookup with the tickets.
Yeah, man. And then
Joe Jitsu.
my boy came out the cut and gave us like the front row tickets.
Oh, word?
Yeah, man.
That's yeah. I
He came
remember
out.
that little-
He came out the cut and he was like, "Yo, I'm bouncing. You want my tickets?" We're like, "Yeah, sure. Where you sitting?" He's like, "I'm third row from the front." We're like, "Okay, thank you."
Yeah.
But then it was like getting late. We left like 2 songs into Tribe. I don't think Harmon wanted to jet or something. I think so. We're like, "All right, let's go."
That
Yeah.
was unfortunate.
Yeah,
It was.
I left early too, man. I feel bad about that because I
But
wanted to see the
In
trial.
our defense, that's a long day.
It
man.
was.
It
man.
is a
It was
long fucking
hot.
day,
all
dude. Hot as shit out
day.
there.
It was hot. I was like, yeah. I think Harmon was like, "You guys want to go?" We all looked at each other and like, "Yeah, let's get out of here." Yeah, and they just came on. They just did like the first joint. Fife Dog didn't even come out yet.
Yeah, it was just fucking. That's what happened, man.
That's what happened.
This is what happened. Is just
Now
Q-Tip
I
came out,
remember.
and then after a second, I was just like, "Is fucking Fife even here?" I don't think he is. Let's get the fuck out of here.
But now watching the documentary by them, it's like he was sick during that whole
Word.
thing. You know what I mean? Like they said, like sometimes they had to hold him up on stage. You know what I mean? To get through his verses.
That's
and shit.
crazy.
You know
man.
what I mean?
He was all diabetes up.
Yeah, man. That shit fucks you up, man.
But I remember Q-Tip being extra not good.
Yeah, he was just gay out there.
So we were like,
Came out with like the
this is
backpack and shit. It was
Like,
kinda
what's in
corny.
that? What's in your backpack?
Right.
If I remember correctly, Mos Def also had a less gooder performance that day.
Yeah, it wasn't that great. Far
Yeah,
Side
didn't
was
he?
cool.
Didn't he come up dressed out like fucking like a superhero or some shit? It's like, didn't he have like a cape on or
It was,
something?
yeah, he had a cape on or some shit.
do
Like,
And he
that.
was
You
doing
know
like
what?
he was doing like guitar shit, like had the guitar and
I
stuff.
said, let me go get a drink while this is
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah, no thanks. Cool.
Nas was real good. So was Method Man and Ghostface and shit.
Yeah.
If I remember
Redman
correctly,
wasn't there.
No, I remember Method Man wasn't there. It was just Redman.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
It was
Was
supposed
that
to be
it?
Meth and Red doing a set together.
Be
a
Real was
Blackout
there.
Set. Be
Yeah.
Real was there. Immortal Technique was there. We got
Yeah.
there early, fam. And
DJ Cool was there.
yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Was the RZA there? No, the RZA didn't
dude.
show up.
No, the RZA doesn't show up for shit.
Nah, he's whack sauce. Every time I've seen Wu-Tang live, I think he's like 3 times, and not once has the RZA been there.
No, I saw.
really?
I've seen the
him.
RZA twice, but I really, you know what I'd love to see is a RZA solo show.
Yeah, man, that would be great.
He has so much dope solo material. I'd love to fucking hear him do. What are you gonna do?
You guys want to hear another track?
Yeah, let's do some songs.
All right, I'll play this this joint from this dude Squeegie O out of Staten Island. Have you heard of this dude?
No.
This shit's called Awkward Fuck. I think you guys will dig this shit.
You sing in English or Russian? In English. Come on, berserker. Girls think sexy. I'll watch what you just sing. Watch, it's too funny. My love for you is like a truck bouncer. Would you like some making fuck bouncer? That's fucking funny, man. Did you say making fuck?
My mother said when I was young I was fucking adopted. Some snot no shit in the stroller she found in the project. Never since I heard that I've been a fucking problem. Jumped off the roof for the hell of it and I'm still surviving. I'm hanging out with the kids, no NJ. Shorty told me fuck myself, that sounds tested. And I don't give a fuck if they say that I am an essence, cause they wife be trying to suck my dick. She on my friend list. I'm in videos, it's not hard to find me now. Smoking Dutch weed in some alleyway with Bobby Brown. Used to take Xannies and have arguments with Kurt Cobain. Robbed my father cause I got him fried like on Purple Haze. I don't skateboard stunts, bitch, I live for. Looking at some grandmama booty to get my dick hard. Rebel said I'ma end up dead if I wet that bed. Kick him in his chin, he got faces of a lemon. He only chose one. I've been a weirdo, a space get that fucking dub. No matter what, you still love what I become. A rebel on my own world, I'm an awkward fuck. I'm fucking awkward. Crazy when I smoke my blunts. Homicidal on this mic, killing soapy cunts. I got swag when I move through these city blocks. An awkward fuck, but your chick love to give me twat. I'm fucking awkward. Called the serial killer out on a murder spree. Burn like 3rd degree, corroded like a herbery. Smack a fat bad bitches for a burger and a small fry. Motherfuckers is old, they looking like the ball guys. Jack Jill up the hill, she swallow all my babies. I'm featured on the niggas' tape, this album got my rabies. Could give a flying fuck if you think I'm disrespectful. I'm infected with retarded and I think you should get tested. Verbal molester, I give cheers and molotovs to any rapper thinking I'm whack, dop with slopping balls. Your rap skills is like they twat, get what you bargain for. You niggas ain't never been real thugs, so knock it off. Call me crazy, ADHD, and dick-headed dick. Your career I'm raping, like your baby mother licking on my shit, you taste it. I'm the bass guard without the fact of smoking on bass. The names told me choose one. I've been a weirdo at space, get that fucking dub. No matter what, you still love what I become. A rebel on my own world, I'm an awkward fuck. I'm fucking awkward, crazy when I smoke my blunts. Homicidal on this mic, killing soapy cunts. I got swag when I move through these city blocks. An awkward fuck, but your chick love to give me twat. I'm fucking awkward. Hey, I'm not too good at trying to commit suicide. Tried to slip my wrist, called Butterfingers and snip my eye. These hoes hate, and I just laugh at them. Give them dick that's fantastic and vanish like black magic. Got the competition saying, Squeegie really showing off. Only because they so swag as fuck, so they falling strong. Bet that sucker age dick just to get me on the song. I'll be an asshole, spitting shitty flirts on they phone. A nigga overtone, that's only cause I'm brown skin with switchblade razors in the grass of my surroundings. 20-something years old and still feel like I'm grounded. My father should've left me in the condom where they found me. I get drunk and fade the pain, sip on myself and beat my meat for the fuck of it. That's only just to pass the day. Ain't been the same since my older cousin passed away. Spin this Ritalin brick to piss on your bastard's brain. Told me choose one. I've been a weirdo at space, get that fucking dub. No matter what, you still love what I become. A rebel on my own world, I'm an awkward fuck. I'm fucking awkward, crazy when I smoke my blunts. Homicidal on this mic, killing soapy cunts. I got swag when I move through these city blocks. An awkward fuck, but your chick love to give me twat. I'm fucking awkward.
Yo, that's that Squeegie O.
That shit was alright, man. He's nice.
Yeah, man. It's got some punchlines in there.
That beat's banging, too.
Yeah, it is. Squeegie O from Staten Island.
Word. Big up to Staten Island, man. I was just out in Brooklyn, man, over the weekend.
How was that?
It was cool, man.
What'd you do out there?
I was just hanging out with a bunch of fucking hipsters and shit.
All right, that's Brooklyn right there.
Yeah, it was cool, but I
That's
don't
the
know.
new Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know. I don't know, man. I'd like to get out there. When I go to Brooklyn, I'd like to get out there and spread my wings a little bit and fucking just see what's going on, but I end up just going and doing the same stupid bullshit.
Best believe we're going to be out there for the Brooklyn Nets game next year.
Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck.
They
Good luck, Brooklyn.
They
with
just
the
released
Nets.
all the gear and shit today.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
All the pictures and new shirts and hats and shit.
Yeah,
know,
man. I seen this ill shirt they had. It said Brooklyn. It had like sneakers hanging from the Brooklyn shit. It was kind of dope.
You know what, dude? I think the Nets are a cursed franchise, and they're never going to be good. That's how I feel about it.
I don't think they're going to be good either. I mean, who would you rather play for, the Knicks or the Nets? Even if they are in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. But, I mean, I think it's cool, as opposed to, like, the Clippers-Lakers thing where they both play in the same fucking arena.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's cool. They got different boroughs or whatever where they're playing. But
even nowadays, the Clippers are stepping their game up, you know?
the Clippers are ill, man. Yo, you know, I got last year when the Clippers weren't that good, I got to sit 4 seats out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man, right behind the hoop. That shit was crazy.
But Blake was still there last year.
Yeah, Blake
right?
was there. It was ill. They're fucking $1,000 tickets, man. But they're gonna be like $2,000 next year.
Oh, on the real. Now the Clippers are, giving the Lakers a run for their money.
We'll see what happens, man. I think they'll probably make it past the Grizzlies.
I like Memphis.
I like Memphis,
They let
too,
that
man.
game get away last
My
night.
man Tony Allen, they did let that game get away from him. So we'll see what happens, man. I like Memphis a lot, though.
They got young, quick point guys, shooting guys between O.J. Mayo, Mike Conley, Tony Allen coming off the bench, and they got some good bigs. Marc Gasol and Zach Randolph. They're killing them in the middle.
I like them motherfuckers. I like the whole team, man.
They got a good young squad.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be a good series, though.
Word.
Oh, I just love fucking NBA fucking playoffs, man. This is what it's all about.
This is what it's all about.
Dallas and Oklahoma City about to play another game right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
Durant hit the buzzer beater last game.
You know what, dude? I like Durant, but I still like Dirk's still my dude.
Dirk's getting a little long in the tooth.
Whatever. He's still the guy. He's still that guy. He just has the weirdest game, man. Like, honestly, man, I don't know. I just really like the way he played basketball.
Yeah, well, he can shoot it in the eye from anywhere.
Yeah, he's just so he's not strong. He's not fast. He's just but he's amazing. He's a very skilled basketball player.
Yeah, and I know he's got a very awkward shot. You know what I mean? He'll take a step back jumper and seems like his feet are about to hit the ground before he throws that ball in the air.
Dude, no one else shoots a step back jumper. Okay, some people shoot layups like this, but no one else jumps off their right foot and shoots with their right hand from fucking 25 feet away from the hoop.
And he drains them.
And drains them.
Water.
It's amazing, yeah.
But you know I got to be rooting for Oklahoma City. My man James Harden.
Fuck him.
My big inspiration.
So who do you guys think will be in the finals this year? Predictions?
Celtics, Spurs.
Celtics, Thunder.
I'm saying the Spurs. I don't know who else is going to be with them, though. I think we said that last week. I say don't sleep on the Spurs.
Well,
can't
I'm just
sleep on the
thinking.
Spurs.
I'm just thinking that Miami will fuck it up somehow, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Right? They're gonna fuck it up somehow.
Yeah,
So
they
I'd
will.
say if they're gonna fuck it up to anyone, it's probably gonna end up being. It's not gonna be Indiana. It's not gonna be the Magic. If the Celtics make it out of the first round, it'll probably be to them.
I think we'll be good.
Yeah,
Atlanta's no joke, though.
they're no joke. They play hard as shit, man. They don't fuck around.
Motherfucking Kurt Heinrich.
Heinrich, he's a fucking homo, dude.
Hate him.
He just had the best game of his life last night. He's not gonna fucking play like that ever again in the series.
Hate him.
Yeah.
What's up with your man Rondo?
I don't know, dude. I can't even. It's incomprehensible. But I mean, I think that's the shit they were talking about when they were talking about trading him. The motherfucker doesn't listen, and he's mad ignorant. Like he didn't have to take it that far. It was a bad call. There had been bad calls all night. 41 seconds left in the game. Like
That's crunch time.
And what I don't understand is it's not like he came up around a bunch of fucking losers, like he came up on the Kings or he came up on the fucking Bobcats. He came up playing on the Celtics.
For real.
Around professionals, around Paul
Right.
Pierce, Ray Allen.
Classy
Individuals. You know what I mean? So where is this behavior coming from?
Hang on. Classy individuals.
Kevin Garnett excluded.
I mean, because KG yells at motherfuckers all day.
He talks
Perkins. When Perkins was here.
Yeah, he was ignorant, but
Come on.
but still.
But where's he
man,
now?
Yeah, and they were all salted about it. That's why they went out so early last year in the playoffs. They were still salted about Perkins not being there.
Word, no doubt.
Jeff Green didn't do a nut near nutter.
Ain't no.
Saying Kristich. Come on, we can't depend on him.
Come on. No, you can't. You cannot depend on the NAD to hold it down in the middle. With a name like that, sorry guys.
See, I don't know, man. If we make it out of this round, Rondo gets his head on the shoulders. Maybe Ray Allen comes back. You know, I think we got a good shot at this.
Oh yeah, for sure. If Ray is back, we'll be good. I think we're gonna win the next game even without Rondo. Paul Pierce is gonna take over. There's no way that Pierce and Garnett are gonna have a fucking bad shooting night the way they did last night on the same night again.
No way.
Not gonna happen.
No way.
Will it make a difference if Rondo's not there?
It will make a difference.
For the good, for the better or the worse?
For the worse, but they're still gonna fucking win.
If they lose, they can blame Rondo, right? Though.
Sure.
Absolutely.
But you know what? It's interesting when you go into a game like that, knowing that you're missing a very important player, and you know that you're supposed to lose.
You play
sometimes
harder.
Sometimes
You
you
play
just
better.
sometimes you play looser. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're like, fuck it, we're supposed to lose.
Not
this
as
game
much as
anyway.
on the
Let's
line.
go out there
Okay.
and fuck shit up. You know what I mean?
You can be more risky.
Sure.
A lot of pressure to put on Avery Bradley.
Sure. I think the Celtics thrive on being in the position where everyone thinks they're going to lose. They love that.
They all hate us.
They love that.
That's why the referees
I
jobbed
think
us
that's a
last
Boston team thing in
That's
general.
a Boston thing. We love being hated, and it's awesome. Playing on the road in Atlanta where everyone fucking hates them, that's fantastic. They're going to show up down there and be like, all right, we're supposed to lose this game. Everyone hates us. Like, they thrive on it.
Let's do this.
Like Kenny Powers, dude, you know?
Hell yeah.
Just middle fingers for everyone.
That dude's my hero right there. Kenny motherfucking Powers.
I know
He's
what
that
y'all
dude.
saying about the Spurs, though. They're a dangerous team.
They are, man. They're being slept on. You know what? I feel like the Spurs are in the same position that Dallas was in last year. Good team, goes to the playoffs every year, always out in the early round, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's sleeping on them. Oh, yeah, they'll be out in the first or second round just like every time. Guess what? Not this year, you know? And boom,
yeah.
they just come out the cut. They got their shit together this year, man.
They got a bunch of good youngsters, too.
Tony Parker is sharp, and their bench is so deep, dude. They're
Hell
going to be
yeah.
all right. Yeah.
The kid, Gary Neal, I think his name is.
Neil, Bonner, all the
Bonner's
motherfuckers.
killing him off the bench.
They got a bunch of retarded dudes you never even heard of that average 10 points a game and 5 rebounds.
DeJuan Blair.
Yeah, Blair, he's tough.
Blair Crosby.
Rest in peace, Kamuteo. Blair Crosby. Holy shit.
Poor guy.
Damn.
What's up, man? You got some more gangster shit for us?
Oh, you want some gangster shit?
Hell yeah.
I think I got some gangster shit.
I just want to hear some ignorant shit right now.
Yeah,
Ignorant.
speaking of Rondo,
ignorant shit. What do I got?
Speaking of Rajon Rondo,
What do I
let's
got
get
here
some
for
real
I used to get the
Some
rock and dish
ignorant-ass
it off
music.
like Rondo.
Some ignorant ass music.
Word.
I got the D Vamp's first tape.
I
here.
got the 9 on my
Lou
back,
Vampage.
like, right
Oh, yeah? You got that?
Oh yeah.
They got some ignorant shit on there. Those are my dudes.
Oh yeah.
Those are my boys. Big up to the Vamps, man. He's still making fire beats.
Yeah, man.
I should forward you this Pimp Kane joint I did over at the Vamps beat. It's
He's
straight
good.
Pimped out.
Pimp Kane, huh?
Pimp Kane, hell yeah.
That's what's up. Just that name by itself, I'm all about.
Word. Yeah, it's a hit.
I'm going through some shit here. Ignorant shit. I'm trying to find some ignorant shit for you. I know I definitely got some. Want to hear some old shit? Something we were talking about a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go. You'll recognize this. That's not it.
Oh, no.
Check this out. Yo, I grab my dick, spit, hit the blink and split the Dutch Coronas, token irons without permits. Repertoire, long face, murder, the shit. Black Bruce Willis, mixtape, arsonist. Esquire for hire, for total rapid fire. Supplier to any time, Dick Jerry Maguire. You chose the right man to get the plan executed. I get the situation happening before you shoot it. Flow director, surprise you like guess what? The hotter I spit, I'm tripping off smoke detectors. Who next up to get dressed up? I don't pop corks, I pop New York with a doc teleport. The authentic crab will split you in half. I'm a hurricane, you a Miller genuine draft. While you push your S-Class, I'm riding on a giraffe. Uptown naked, smoking the bag with hash. Check it, shut your windows and lock your doors. Horns scream louder than Barry Moore when I pour. And when me and my crew walk, we walk on all fours. Atomic dogs, packed in the black you call. John Blaze, I keep y'all niggas rockin' for days. Bodiquas, the essays, around the ways. My own mixtape DJ, I flex. You don't have a clue when I'm doing it. Who is he? I get busy. Rap poker player, look at my eyes, you think I'm bluffing? A 5 year span, turn nothing into something. And don't get familiar, your whole entourage don't be feeling ya. Behind your back, they straight killing ya. The ex-headbanger, bad motherfucker. High on Friday with Chris Tucker. I be a headbanger to my very last breath. Even Jermaine Dupri think I'm so deaf. K.A. Shawn Mims, I come from a long line of Geechees. Getting Camp Low, Lucchini. I transform like Spawn. Takes no time for me to get on. To the break of dawn, word. DMD, the Purple Heart Avenue. Blow your spot and left shrapnel. Then escaped in the Benz capsule. Harder than an NFL tackle. Back to bite the big apple. Southpaw, raw since I was a sophomore. Before I met Jane in the corridor. The mentor, rapper / entrepreneur. With more action than Roger Moore. Turn your cabbage into coleslaw. With the 4-4, spray Windex on your glass drawer. Shatter it, fucking with P is hazardous. Iced out Lazarus started and manufactured this. My squad is wild like the man who moves on geographic. Smash you bastards on some crap shit. PFD's the group, the squadron is the click. Transmit lyrical grit, trying to shift course. The holder of the boulder, lyrical analyst, mental roller coaster flower, money folder, track blower, MC overthrower. I flow with you 2 at a time, like Noah. I doze off to the beat on the edge of reality and kick rhymes in my sleep and battle mortality. Finally, every dimension to keep. Y'all egotistical, simple-minded niggas is pitiful and weak. I give you a jail week for life if you can defeat me. I kick poetry at a high rate of mortality. Aesthetic, lyrical craftmatic, smoking, walking like a dog, breathing like an asthmatic. Lyrical sculpture, create fly rap sculptures. 98 headbanger boy, yeah I told ya. Total chaos, helter skelter, run for shelter. Here comes the lyrical brain melter. I be maxing and relaxing, attracting action, flipping more bigger words than Jesse Jackson. My shit knocked on it, drive you crazy if you loan it. Man, I feel for my opponents.
Coming through. Keep it moving. Coming through. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
That's some old hard shit right there, man.
Yeah, man. It's that EPMD off the
Word.
Back in Business.
Eric and Parrish
Yeah, man. Making dollars.
making dollar bills, as they're known to do.
Yes. They were sick, man.
Word.
That
Keep
goes back to the
moving.
discussion last week about dudes that just can't keep it together.
Word.
Yeah, man.
But I think they had a little bit more of a reason than other people not to be keeping
Yo,
shit together.
you know what I feel
Yeah,
like
they
we
weren't
should do,
making
man?
dollars.
This just occurred to me today. I was listening to this dope Smoothe Da Hustla song, and I was just like, you know what
Hell
we should
yeah.
do, man? Is a show on dudes that just underachieved. Dudes who were really dope and came out with like 1-2 releases that were like hard, were really dope MCs, but just kind of like didn't make a career of it, you know?
Ooh, I like that idea.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of those dudes out there, man.
You remember, last week I showed you guys that that trailer for that movie that's coming out called The Art of Rap by
Ice-T
Ice-T.
shit, yeah.
Yeah.
And Smoothe Da Hustla has a track on that. He has like the title track on that.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I got
Yo.
that here if you want to hear it.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, no
You
doubt.
want to hear that real quick?
Yeah,
we'll
some
play
new
that.
Smooth.
Yeah, we'll play some new Smooth. Check this out real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll talk some shit. All right. All right.
I'm about to demonstrate the art of rap.
He's
Yeah.
nasty.
Smoothe Da Hustla, Brooklyn. Yo. I'm an outcast, my exhibit is raw. Nevertheless, I keep it Dougie fresh, yes, y'all. To the beat, y'all, I beat y'all beat Paul. You MC light, I'm heavy D in these streets, dog. No matter the season, got salt and pepper on me. Shaking the hard white, black Glock resting on me. I Pete Rock the CL, Smooth got revenue. With his Beastie Boys, they call him the Rock Steady crew. We ride Chevy, cop heavy, I got Fetty too. Most definitely was calm and I chuck rock heavy Jews. I'm about to dead press, $500,000 to $1 million. Push the wheels through the Ville, through Cypress to Sugar Hill. By the spot, had Shantae on the block all day. You JJ Fat and I want the rocks and Shantae. We in the jungle, brother, singing to the sergeant. See, my Glock make music, I bone thugs in harmony. Bullets kiss suckers, make them hug the concrete. Cheek the street, him in the concrete beyond arm reach. He tried to snoop, couldn't touch a dime. A leader of the new, I run these MCs that bust the rhymes. Male or female, I rock him and her, your team suck. My queen pen do a king just. The art of rap. The art of rap. The art of rap. The art of rap. I used to be a public enemy with criminals running around. Was once mainstream, now I'm digital underground. I G-rap, G-packs. Who said it's all Brooklyn? From BK to AZ, my ghetto boys push it. I'm gangstar. I cold crust brothers, bring the noise. Chicks saying they love my flavor flav. Yeah, boy, we NWAs. They BMW craze. Easy on the E-mind. You ain't coming today. I don't kid and play. I'm slicker than Rick with my ruler. Look, little mama, this Big Daddy Kane to ruin ya. You need Dr. Dre to get biz on ya. I slide to your crib and drop a few crustified dibs on ya. Nice and smooth when I'm doing it. Cool like Kirk, nasty like Nas. These chicks are ludicrous. I guess I'm just an ultramagnetic MC. My polarity pulls the ass section of me. Plus I'm a monster when I'm high, so if I plan on pumping her, I bring beer, Tupacs, and a big L to punish her. She want more love, I'ma give her a little more. Some cook, coke, crack, get a jigger than before. M&M's in the left or right stuck in my pocket. Master P and his G, no limits to object. I lost boys on the come up. Curb chased the dope head to his home running for third base. My chaotic style, organized confusion. So before the chaos, we mob deep in the herb's face. The art of rap. The art of rap. The art of rap. The art of rap. I'm like Africa Bambaataa, my legacy won't stop. Now if I don't drop soon, another MF's doomed. I get busy, B, you heard of me early. I usually brutally murder beats, though I curl heat and murder beef. These dumbbells, they ain't fooling me, done. I'm a large professor, I straight schooly D 'em. I rock like T and Scott La play a role. I plug one, plug two, take your De La Soul. I'm an old dirty bastard, so fresh and so clean. I Raekwon the chef dudes, Ghostface the scene. Do a Houdini in Camp Low, 40 about the tracer. My method man, the Capadon, I'm naughty by nature. I do a K solo on the LL Cool. Furious 5, Fearless 4, Treacherous 3, Awesome 2. I'm the one like KRS. Grandmaster Kaz on him, wild styling. Now picture me Grandmaster Flash on him. Me and Trig B-side, we spazzed on him. For the record, he can get ill and I'll scratch
form. Black sheep of the flock. My lynch mob, 40 thieves tops. Ain't nothing brand Nubian but the cops. We might Geronimo rappers and hang them on the spot. Keep what? I beat nuts for the guap. Just ice cubes in my iced tea, the summer is hot. I Curtis blow the scene before police run on the block. For life, I'm just hip to the hop. Hustler.
Whoa, boy.
Wow.
Killed it.
Yo, talk about a guy who still got it.
Yeah, man, big time.
You know, because, you know, a lot of dudes do that. That whole thing that he just did right there. You know
right,
what I mean?
like try to like
just kick
name drop or whatever.
But just kick mad different rappers' names. Like, you know who does that a lot? Who I like a lot is Tame One.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Tamer
he does.
Dizzle. And he does that well, but Smoothe Da Hustla did it even better, man.
Killed it, man.
Yo, he's really nasty, man. He's really one of those great MCs who never really got what was due to them, you know?
Yeah,
See, now I feel like maybe you shouldn't use that word underachieved, because I think it's always been there. You know, maybe it's not his fault. He just didn't get the shine.
No, but I'm talking about as far as the releases go. You know what I mean? He did underachieve as far as like the game goes. He's a dope MC to this day. Nasty. But as far as like dudes who can look back on their catalog and be like, yo, I love this dude.
Great,
you know what I mean? I don't have mad Smoothe Da Hustla CDs in my stack.
Yeah,
I got one
right.
Smoothe Da Hustla CD and a couple singles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's a dope MC. I'll buy anything that dude's on.
No doubt.
So
I mean, just judging by that,
that's what I'm saying about that. You know, I mean, who knows what happened in his life? I don't really know how that went. But and also his brother was so nasty, man.
Trigger
was so nasty.
Yeah, man, that was a great group, man. That album they came out with, I forget the name. Maybe they came out with two of them, but I think it was the first one was so fucking sick, and it was gully.
That
man.
Once Upon a Time in America is fucking crazy.
So
you know what I
fucking
mean?
good.
I got the singles off of that. I got that Broken Language single. I got that.
That Broken Language is like one of the great tracks right there.
It is.
That
It's
shit's
one of the great
incredible.
hard joints to get people up out of their fucking seats like that was ever invented.
That's just one of those great ones.
True that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, a dude who needs to be moved out of obscurity into the front row. Because, seriously, only people who grew up around our time know about him.
Right.
And he's a hard-ass dude who still spits super hard. I think kids today would still like his shit.
Yeah,
if they heard it.
If
They'd
they
be
had
like,
the
wow.
opportunity,
If they had the opportunity to hear it. You know what I mean? I could totally see any 16, 17-year-old kid, if he's in my ride and I play that shit for him, he's going to be like, wow, this is hard.
And I bet you like his music, like I haven't gone back and like listened to like I know that one track Broken Language you can listen to anytime and it's great, but I think that probably goes for all of his music. Like you can just put it on and it just doesn't. It's like wow, you know the skills are there and everything is there. It's like kind of like a time capsule MC.
Yeah,
you know what I
The
mean?
whole,
It's
the
like
whole
it'll always
album was
be
on
good.
hit.
Yeah.
You know what was funny is that at the same time, he came up at the same time as MOP out of the same hood.
Yeah.
With the same hard-ass style, you know what I mean? And MOP really kind of blew up, and I feel like maybe Smooth, like...
Maybe he got lost in the shuffle there a little bit.
Yeah, and then what happened was Trigger got signed after that shit to Def Jam and put together his album, which was fucking dope, and you can still get like bootleg off the internet or whatever, but it got shelved and never came out. And I feel like that's what really dropped them, you know what I mean? Because that Trigger album was basically like a Smooth and Trigger album.
Right, yeah. And that was probably going to set them both up because, if you had Trigger come out, then you'd know Smooth, and then, they both would have came up together, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Instead of kind of being in the background a little bit.
Yeah, and he was on some, Smooth was on some silly record label too. I forget which one, but it wasn't one that like lasted through the 90s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of cats. It wasn't Relativity, but it was one of those. Anyway, a hard-ass rapper.
Any youngins out there listening, go fucking peep that shit.
Yeah, Google that motherfucker.
Do yourself a favor.
Sure.
Yeah,
he was on the same label as Nine.
Yeah, he was. And they actually had a track together, a single they put out.
Yeah.
It was Trigger the Gambler, Smoothe Da Hustler, and Nine.
Yeah, Make or Take. They had that Make or Take single where it was...
I think it was a video, too.
That was Nine's single, and Smooth did the chorus.
That shit was ill.
Yep.
Man, Nine, he's another guy that doesn't get enough credit. We already talked about him last week.
Let's get some Nine going. Let's get some hard
I'll even
Nine
say
going.
off of that the track before this one we heard, Keith Murray doesn't get enough credit in the rap game, I don't think.
It's true. But he made that album with Cannabis, and it's just like no one respects Cannabis, so...
Yeah, man. It's kind of sad. I mean, and those are two good MCs. I think I have that album too, but I never listened to it.
Yeah.
Or I might have gave it like one through, and then that was it. I was like, I'm done with this. It wasn't like something like that came out 10 years ago. That would be like, I'd be like, oh my god, I'd be waiting in line for it. Like overnight, probably. But now it's like I don't even care at that
Who
point.
gives a
you know?
shit?
Exactly.
Yeah. But it's not the same. You don't have the
shame.
same feeling. You know what I mean? Like it was Keith Murray, but Keith Murray was a package deal. You already knew there was going to be Mad Eric Sermon production on there.
Hell
You
yeah.
knew that Redman was going to be on a joint. You know there's going to be some LOD joints.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Some
And
Marley
nowadays,
G, you know what I
sure,
mean?
Sure, exactly. Some fucking illegal on there.
Yeah.
Now it's just like Keith Murray.
Okay.
He's still dope, but Keith Murray and Cannabis, like Cannabis is just crazy. He raps about a bunch of stupid shit and battles dudes that don't need to be battled. Like it's out of his
Didn't
fucking
Keith
mind.
Murray drop an album a few years back?
Yeah, I think we saw him live too.
Rapper Phobia or something like that?
Yeah.
And that shit was okay.
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah. He's still dope. He's still a nasty MC, but like
He's got that great voice, too.
It goes along with a lot of dudes. Like if they're not paired up with the proper producers, you don't want to hear it.
I was reading a Brock Marciano interview, like a little bit older one, and like, you know, a lot of people, and including myself, loved that last album he came out with called Marsburg, and you know, I think it was great. But a lot of dudes, you know, they asked him in the interview, like, you know, how do you make this album so good? He was like, well, I produced it all, you know, and I made all, you know, and I rhymed over it. He had no features. He had one feature on the whole album, and it wasn't like nobody you would know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like his boy.
This man or whatever.
Yeah. So he was like, I feel like if you get a lot of producers, you can't make a cohesive album because they're all making different shit, and you're just picking, you know, you're just looking at beats. You know,
Agreed.
guys give you like 100 beats, and you start looking through beats, and you pick the ones that are nice. But then how can you make that beat flow with another beat from a different producer, you know, and make a cohesive album out of it?
You
He's
need
like,
that feng shui.
he's like, this I just
Word.
did all in my room over a few years. You know what I mean? I got myself a beat machine and just started doing it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, wow, that's really the way to do it. Because if you want an album to come out just the way you want it, you know, that's probably the way to go, you know? Because you get to pick all the samples. You get to pick how the drums go.
Sure.
You get to do all that shit. I mean, it's not like a lot of people go in the studio and actually work with the producer anymore to come up with something.
Some of the greatest albums of all time are self-produced.
Yeah,
by the
no
MC,
doubt.
You know? And or just singularly produced.
Or even like, you know, there's some stuff where you don't even know, you kind of don't even know. Like, I can think of a classic album, right? The Arsonists. What was the name of their? That's
As
the World Burns. That's a classic. Now you may or may not know this, but every track produced by Q Unique.
Really?
Yes.
He made every beat on
Every
there?
beat on there.
I had no
I
idea.
didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
I mean, in every beat on there is fire.
Yeah.
Just fucking sick. You know, that whole album is just fucking incredible.
You
Front
don't
to
have
back.
any of that with you, do you?
I think I might have some Arsonists.
You got that Wharf versus
I have a few of their albums. I have a bunch of stuff I can put on the track and run out in the car. I got DVDs full of music.
Word. You know what? I got a specific request, man.
What do you got? What are you thinking?
You know that Shabazz the Disciple?
Yeah,
Hip hop.
hip hop started out in the park. Shabazz, I might be able to find that. I think I have some Shabazz on here.
It's over that old Gangstar beat, but it's like his own version of that Gangstar Take It Personal beat.
All right, I'll see if I can find it.
Look that up, man. What a
got Shabam
hard ass
Shadiq.
joint, man. And Shabazz the Disciple, a good dude.
A great MC.
I met
man.
him several times, man. He's a hard ass MC and a fucking cool ass cat.
Yeah, man, he makes really good music. He's like another dude. It's like you don't think is that good. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people don't give him a lot of credit. And then
Yeah,
you
they
like-
don't know he's that nasty.
Exactly. And then you'll put on his shit and you'll be like, whoa, man, wow, what was I doing?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, people sleep on that guy. He's just
Super,
great.
Super slept on, man.
I like Shabazz. And what was the name of the group he was in? He wasn't in Kill Army. He was in Sons of Man.
He wasn't in Sons of Man, though.
He wasn't?
He was featured on a lot of their jams, and he was featured on a lot of Gravediggers jams.
Yeah.
But he was never an official member. Like, if you open up the fucking tape or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and open up the thing, like...
He wasn't one, huh?
Exactly, saying Gravediggers and Sons of Man. But he was all over all their joints, man. He just never... Another guy, man, he just never got
And
the
who
shine
he
deserved.
always rolled with, the Thug Angels, right? Him and Hellraiser.
Thug Angels, Hellraiser, that's my dude, too.
Hellraiser's sick.
Man. Yeah. Talking about the
Hellraiser.
Vamps. The Vamps produced a beat for Hellraiser recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he actually, and I recognize the sample on there. So, Action Bronson had just used the sample, Static Selecta.
Oh, word.
Off that Well Done. And I thought that the Vamps flipped it very well.
Yeah.
He did a great job with that. And that was a sick joint, too. So hopefully we'll hear that on a Hellraiser album, hopefully, you know? That would
Word.
be a good look for him, you know?
Absolutely.
You guys want to hear some old shit? I'm going to bring you back.
I always want to hear some old
Oh,
shit.
man, let me bring you back real quick, all right?
How far back we going?
We're going back, what year is it, 2012? We'll go back 12 years.
All
right. And you guys remember this, man. I know the supervisor. I know the supervisor will remember this one. I think Bonafide will too.
Another one from Paw-Dukes. About to take y'all there. Food of life, take a bite, bled despair in the air. Lost the right to be human, living without a care. Could it be that the hashish made my brain maintain my blood vein? Motivates life over terrain, simple and plain. Take it to the heart, it sparks wisdom to your chest like dum-dums. Take it and run, never for fun. Life's been all about the funds. Live and die young without bearing a son. The barrel of the cold gun claims who you are, star behind the bars. You lost your freedom like the slave trade. What now? You softer than marmalade, try to get paid. Canteen dream, one-man team, Cinderella scheme, blink green from jealousy, envy. You losing a dream. It's like a seed from the perfect picture, then it gets crushed like your elder sister. Not paying attention, bobbing your mind to the lecture. Respect the wisest, not the nicest. Knowledge is priceless, my words the deepest. You're left speechless. When I speak, address me as your highness. Mike Finesse, this achievement. Ces't La Vie, the way that we talk, the way we walk, Ces't La Vie, the way that we eat, the way we sleep, Ces't La Vie, the way that we ride, the way we shine, and I be representing to the end. It's like I'm singing Amazing Grace in a state of grace. I'm trying to scrape my name off these ghetto nameplates. It's kinda hard though, with these young niggas throwing elbows, got chicks taking dicks and slowly becoming nymphos. Papa smoke, mama's missionary money, crack food, the embassy, the dynasty crushed like sodomy and misery. My time spent as a youth, I got bent off a chocolate tie weed like sinning with peppermint. My temperament to rumble. Before God, I'm humble. Explain the story of life, and now my crusade crumble. Compelling, provocative thoughts of a man made loot like a drumming. Stationed on this land with a mission. Camera lens, my vision. God embedded wisdom. Stitched within the sagittal plane of my cranium. Born sinner, still I'm one of God's chillings. Came a long way from picking cotton, now I buy 'em. Became foo-foo through the mouth of my scrotum. Became foo-foo through the mouth of my scrotum. Ces't La Vie, the way that we talk, the way we walk, Ces't La Vie, the way that we eat, the way we sleep, Ces't La Vie, the way that we rhyme, the way we shine, and I be representing till the end of time. Ces't La Vie, the way that we talk, the way we walk, Ces't La Vie, the way that we eat, the way we sleep, Ces't La Vie, the way that we rhyme, the way we shine, and I be representing till the end of time. Food for thought, my brain bleeds. I need nourishment. Some of my niggas younger than me, facing imprisonment, life's a crisis. Worth more, but at times I feel priceless. We've been divided ever since slave ships and whips. Nooses around the neck, make my blood bubble quick. American history X, what they got to prove? Said I sit and listen deeply when lady sings the blues, then it's over. You rock fatigues, then what you gotta claim, soldier? How to die young in the war when shells hit you, you fold up. Streets colder than ice glaciers that sink Titanics. I'm getting frantic, peace and love I demand it across the planet. I rock hard like granite while y'all people stand around this black laughter. Prophecies are master from the mind of this apostle. Street flows rush through my soul like a gospel collage of life. It's all in the words, 97% is wisdom, body is the third, you heard? Ces't La Vie, the way that we talk, the way we walk, Ces't La Vie, the way that we eat, the way we sleep, Ces't La Vie, the way that we rhyme, the way we shine, and I be representing till the end of time. Ces't La Vie, the way that we talk, the way we walk, Ces't La Vie, the way that we eat, the way we sleep, Ces't La Vie, the way that we rhyme, the way we shine, and I be representing till the end of time. Yeah, I took y'all there. What's up? Paw-Dukes. Rob. So solid. And we out. Ces't La Vie.
Wow. Classic Boston joint.
That's that Paw-Dukes, Ces't La Vie.
Yep, slept on.
Yeah, man, that's going back. Peace to Harmon, who gave me the shout out on the
Ces't La
text
Vie.
message. Yeah, man, we used to listen to that in his whip, driving around way back in the day. Man, that shit was ill. I love that track.
Yep.
That was one of those 88.9 classics. Right
Oh
there.
yeah, man, that's not easy to
man.
find either, man. Let me.
No, I bet it isn't, man.
Let me clarify that. That's not an easy
let's just
joint
put
to
that
find.
out there.
That's not easy.
It's crazy, man. Sometimes I'll be digging through record stores, man, and find some more shit like that and be like, wow.
Yeah, look
Oh,
for
yeah.
that one. Paw-Dukes.
Wow.
Who did the beat on that track?
I think he might have, man.
Yeah? It's a solid beat, man.
I have the instrumental, too, if you ever want that, you know?
But you'll find wax like that and think to yourself, like, wow, you know what? Honestly, this dude probably paid for that himself and only pressed out 500.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I got one of 500 pieces of wax in the song no one fucking knows about. But that's a jam. That's some shit if you were DJing, you could play that and people will like it. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
hell yeah.
It's not
What's
just some shit for your own personal use.
And that track really doesn't sound dated either, you know what I mean? Even though it's 12 years old, you know,
Yeah,
and it's an
sure.
underground joint, and that's something you could really bob your head to and, you know.
The sample is
get
solid,
moving.
man.
Oh,
Solid.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I fucks with it
Me too, all day.
all day.
All day.
All day.
Sample solid like James Harden's beard.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing he's still playing basketball after that fucking UFC elbow he took.
He got elbowed like he was fucking Bones Jones.
From Mr. World Peace.
How was somebody with the name World Peace going to elbow somebody in the head like that?
That dude is out of his gourd, dude. He's straight. He's really crazy on some real shit. Like really, really crazy for real.
Yo,
He's out of his mind.
Whack job.
a few years back, this is when he was still in his heyday of being crazy.
Mhm.
They had some. He got into an altercation during the game. He got kicked out, and they were talking to him after the game. It was on TNT because I remember Chuck Barkley, Chuck and Kenny, and all those dudes. They're doing their fucking post game and whatnot.
Yeah.
And Ron Artest said after the game, he said that I can't help it. You know, I've seen a lot of shit in my day. Well, he didn't cuss. You know,
Yeah.
he was on his proper behavior by that point in time.
Mhm.
But he was like, "Yo, I remember one time when I was a kid and we were playing like AAU ball, and you know, dudes were on the courts, and somebody started wilding out on the sideline and broke a leg off a table, and they threw the leg at the table. This dude went right through his chest, and he died right there on the court. I've been through some real shit."
You're like, whoa.
And, you know, and like nobody had a follow up question or nothing. You know what I mean? Like that was the end of
He
it.
ended the interview. Yo,
Like,
Ron
yo.
Artest, man,
Yo,
is either really, really crazy or really, really funny.
Well, you know what? They cut
You
back
know what
to
I mean?
They cut back to the crew, and Charles Barkley was like, "What the hell did he just say?" Like, what?
Someone threw a leg of a table through a man's chest?
Yo, I'm not sure because I think I was I was drinking some beverages that night when I was watching it, but I'm pretty
that
sure
sounds like
that
something he would have
I'm
said.
pretty sure that I looked it up on the internet and that shit was true.
That's some fucked up shit
Word,
right
he
there.
Googled that shit.
I had to like do some vast research immediately. But
It's been verified, people.
Ron Artest is not kidding.
Yeah.
He ain't playing.
There's a reason he's that crazy.
Yo, James Harden, after he got elbowed in the head, should have said, "I'm sorry, Ron.
Yeah,
I'm sorry my head got in the way of your elbow."
sure.
Ron Artest,
Well,
man,
we'll see.
he's-
Maybe he'll have a chance to say I'm sorry to him.
He's
I don't know.
In the
I hope the
second or-
Lakers don't make it
second
out
or-
of the first round.
Second or third round. Word.
threw it through a man's chest. Dude, that shit is so fucked up. It's like, yeah, I've seen people been shot, stabbed with knives. No, I've seen.
Yo,
But
a
you
dude
never
get-
heard anyone be like, yo, I
Everybody-
seen a man break a table leg off and throw it through someone else's
I've
chest.
seen someone break a
That's-
table leg off into Rodney
Yo.
Luck's ass. I think.
Oh, my
Jesus.
god, I seen it.
Rod, let's not bring up Rod Gook the Prophet.
The Prophet.
Yo, shout out to him. I bet he's making music somewhere right
We've
now.
all seen some crazy shit. I remember one night that dude rapped mad stolen cannabis rhymes to me. Like they were his. They're like, yo, check out this new rhyme I got. Wow. And he was just like, just straight up cannabis rhymes to me. And I'm just like, wow.
He for real ripped the jacker.
I was like, wow, that's really good.
That reminds.
Like,
All right,
let me get back to talking to some bitches.
I was at some rave party, right? Back in the day.
That
You know
sounds
what I mean?
true.
Yeah. And you know, I used to frequent them. We'll use that word again. It's a good time. We used to go for like the hip hop shows and whatnot. Because they'd have a lot of good hip hop DJs or random hip hop acts and shit there.
It's word.
You all right, man? You okay, dude?
I think I got the monkeypox.
Dude, shit. All right, so used to go mad at these fucking, shows, parties, whatnot.
Yeah, I don't think people realize that about like raves back in the day. Like, 'cause
Yeah, there was hella hip hop
much
there.
like Vega, I used to frequent them.
Yeah,
different
even more
time.
so than I.
Different time.
I
you know?
never went with you guys.
I was a
'cause,
different person.
Yo,
back
dudes
then.
were always like, if you go, it'll be great, but you gotta like smoke some dust.
Yeah,
And I was
a lot
always
of that
like,
went
nah,
down.
I'm cool, man. Y'all peer pressuring ass motherfuckers.
A lot of that went down. But yo, while they would
But
have this
KRS-One,
fucking
Slick
crazy
Rick,
fucking like
Black Sheep.
Yeah, all of
crazy
them.
trance and nonsense going down, they always had some ill hip hop there,
Word.
which was amazing. Like you seen Black Sheep there, at, like random raves.
KRS-One, Run DMC.
KRS-One, Run DMC. I see fucking Rozelle with JS1,
Bismarck
DJ, Bismarck. I
The
mean,
Biz, that's crazy.
Like,
to
I've
see the
seen-
Biz, dude.
I saw Jam Master Jay 3 months before he died.
Yo, word up, dude. Seeing
In
the
New York,
Biz,
you know what I
dude.
mean?
Seeing the Biz perform is like seeing Bigfoot.
He did a show on a
For
boat, like a rave on a boat, and he was like one of the headliners of that shit. You know what I mean?
He's a
Speaking of which,
legend.
I saw Slick Rick on a boat mad years ago. Were you at that show?
I wasn't at the Slick Rick on the boat
Actually,
show.
I got
Nah,
the
man.
flyer hanging up right behind Vega up there on the chalkboard.
Word. Oh, I see
yeah.
a Slick Rick on a boat.
It was fucking bananas. So they couldn't have been more than 200 people there.
That shit is bandanas.
You know, and it was just like half the people didn't know who the fuck Slick Rick was. I don't think. And it was
Bunch of
They're just there.
faggots.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so we're at these rave parties, right?
yeah. Sorry.
And
we did see Slick
so
Rick
one
at a
time-
rave too.
Yes, we did.
I think it was fresh out of prison. As a matter of fact.
Yeah. So we go. I'm chilling. You know what I mean? I'm going to go use the restroom real quick. You know, nature called, and you know I leave, you know I take my shit out. I take a piss, and then on my way back out of the bathroom, there's these two dudes, right? And this kid is freestyling, all right, to this other dude, and this dude's like, "Damn, dude, that's so ill," and I'm listening to him. You know what I mean? Because I'm a hip hop head, obviously.
you wanna hear what's
and
going on.
I'm like, what's going on? And I'm hearing this dude spit, and I'm realizing that he's stealing all his shit from Ill Bill or Yak Balls, or one of them. I remember at the time, maybe both. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just rapping straight verses he heard off.
Yeah,
of fucking
exactly. And
bundle
I'm like,
records.
yo, you an Ill Bill fan? He's like, yeah. He's like, he's kind of whacked. I'm like, yo, you just said he was whack, but I'm like, that whole verse you just said was his, dude. And then the dude he was doing it, spitting it to, kind of gave him this weird look. And then I was like, yeah, dude, I just blew up your spot. I'm like, what the fuck's up with that? And he just gave me this weird look, and I just walked away. You know what I mean?
Herbs.
I was like, wow, what a fucking clown.
There's so many herb ass rappers out
I was
there.
like, that's
man.
some really douchey shit right there.
What a bunch of punk.
But that's the kind of
motherfuckers.
place I can see people trying to do that. Like nobody would know.
Oh, word,
about it.
word.
Right,
Yo, because
exactly.
everyone's on mad drugs. Like, you
Yeah.
can't, can you even imagine the kind of scams
Like,
motherfuckers
oh,
was pulling
man,
in
that
there?
was ill.
Yo, I tell you what, man, there's a lot of places I don't go just because I can't deal with herbs. Word up. Like, I know I'm going to have a social interaction with some fucking piece of shit.
What's
Like,
one of those places?
Oh, man, let me tell you right now.
Or give me a
man.
top three.
Top three?
Yeah.
Okay. Top three places that I don't go because I don't want to deal with herbs, right?
Okay.
Any nightclub in Boston.
Okay.
Any nightclub. True. Because they're full of a bunch of fake ass, thug ass dudes that like I'll straight up knock out. Real talk. Like really hurt. And then, okay, number two. Let's just say number two is
Don't say here.
Jelani's grip.
I might get offended. I just got real nervous.
Jelani's
This
grip.
motherfucker right here.
No, man, but a lot of hip hop shows I don't go to. Like depending on who the artist is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I don't
God,
go.
yeah.
I gotta be honest with you, man. Like I don't go check out like a lot of, and these are dudes who I think are dope MCs. But like as far as like La Coca Nostra and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
like their shows, like I don't really fucks with them. And I know Ill Bill is a dope MC, and a
Yeah.
lot of those dudes are dope MCs. But like a lot of herb ass dudes, who like a lot of fake tough motherfuckers show up. At those
Right,
shows.
right.
You know what I mean? And I'm not knocking anyone for making their money.
No, not at all, man.
But I
Fuck,
will-
get that money, man.
But I will knock everyone for being a fake ass thug. You know what I mean?
No, I agree with you completely. I was at a show not too long ago at the Middle East, and I forget who actually I went to go see, but Slain was the headliner.
Mm-hmm.
Action Bronson.
It was the Action Bronson show.
Yeah.
And I like Slain. I've seen him a bunch of times. Puts on a great show.
Sure, he's a talented rapper. you
But
know?
after Bronsolini got off stage and just the crowd that was there for Slain, I mean, I was like, you know what? I got to get up early. I'm gonna call it a night.
Word. And then,
I just didn't feel like mingling with that crowd any longer.
yeah.
I hear you.
Plus, I think they hate black people.
I also left early. I don't think that, but do you think that?
They could.
They could.
They could. They might. They might. And so we're going to preemptively hate on them. No, but real talk, there's a lot of shows that go on and a lot of shit that goes on that I'm just like, well, that dude's a dope MC, but he's not dope enough for me to deal with his fans.
Right.
Word up. You know what I mean?
Another case
What's
of-
the third one? What's number
yeah.
3?
What's number 3?
Yeah.
Put him on the spot, Vade.
I did.
Yeah, you really put me on the spot there.
Now
But-
you got to think of 3 right off the top of your head.
Now he was like, I got this. I got this.
Yeah. I'm going to go with number 3. Number 3 is going to have to be just Harvard Square in general.
Oh shit. Yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
It used to be so much cooler.
Yeah,
It's tough.
man.
It used to be cool, but I got to stay away from there. And Central Square is pretty tough too. But seriously though, if you are out there making what should be a good time a bad time
Right.
with your nonsense,
You're the like if you're going out there to be the asshole, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you should cut that shit out. And then it's like, you know what I mean? Take a serious introspective look at yourself and be like, listen, am I or am I not that dude?
That's probably kind of the whole reason I don't go out that often. You know what I mean? I don't go out into the public.
You know what? I'm
like,
gonna say,
I go
you
out to
know
get.
what-
I
you know
go
what-
out to eat. You know what I
you know
mean?
what
I
I'm
don't go
gonna
out
say,
to like
man?
drink and shit because I can't stand motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say number 3, and this is sad, but it's just like lead shows.
Okay.
Lead shows in general, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't like going to lead shows.
All right, hit me.
And
'Cause I
this
think
is,
I might have
It's
something to
sad
add.
because this is really a very personal thing against him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Put
But
the mic up a little bit. Like
the openers
Oh yeah.
for his shows quite often, and I know how the situation works with him. You know what I mean? You have to pay to play to be on
Yeah,
his shows, but
which
the
makes
openers.
sense.
If I can ask you, like, as far as I know with these dudes, he just gets the opening acts to sell the tickets for him,
Yeah, totally.
right? So, they don't really get paid. They just sell these
No.
tickets and they get to perform,
Exactly.
and maybe they make a couple extra bucks off the tickets they sell. Is that how it goes down?
That's exactly how it goes down. They
Okay,
have
go ahead.
they have like a minimum of 10 or 15 tickets they have to sell to perform at the show, and the amount of tickets they sell, I'm assuming,
pays for the venue or pays for the artist.
well,
to show
it
up.
goes specifically to what spot you have in the show. You know, you might go on first
Yeah.
before anyone shows up if you only sold 8 tickets.
All right.
You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to do with the talent. And so what he does is he gets the headliners, and he doesn't have backup acts that are strong because whatever backup act will pay. And a lot of backup acts with serious talent, dudes who would open up a show like that, have too much pride to go ahead. So he doesn't seek out people with talent. He seeks out people with fan bases that'll pay.
And you know what's unfortunate is sometimes those people with talent, maybe they did it for a long time and then just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm not doing that anymore.
Hey, listen, that's totally what happened, man. I know plenty of cats.
I know a couple of myself.
Plenty of cats who used to do shows for him and open up and were dope. You know what I mean? But they just got tired of that shit. They're like, man, I'm putting a lot of work in. I'm selling these tickets, and I'm selling. And what I'm doing is making my fans buy a ticket to this show that I know is not going to be that great because I am the only other dope MC who's on this bill, and I might even be on the bill for an MC who I don't even think is that dope. I might be opening up for someone who I'm not even really that big of a fan of.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And that's what really hurts. And oftentimes the styles just they don't match either. You know what I mean? It's not like he's booking dudes for shows where it's like, yeah, this dude is right up the alley of the fan base of this MC who I booked for this show. It's like, I'm just booking this motherfucker because he's going to sell 15 tickets for me. I know he is, you know? And that's what's going down. And I understand everyone has to make a living, but like, you know, there are other ways to do it.
And I don't mean to speak out of turn because I've never had to deal with him myself personally on that kind of basis, but did he give dudes all kinds of attitude if they didn't sell a lot of tickets?
All kinds of attitude.
Well, if you didn't sell the tickets, then what? Then you're not playing, right? You don't get to show up.
Then there's issues. Issues come up. You know what I mean? But also there have been times like I got a close personal friend who I won't name who did a lot of these shows for him, and he had such a fan base that he'd be like, hey, sell 10 tickets, and he'd be like, dude, give me 5 more. I'm gonna sell 5 more. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right.
And after that, he didn't give him the props that he deserved. He didn't give him the spot he deserved. You know what I mean? Because he's a dope MC who comes up with a lot of his own shit and really puts a lot of work in for this scene. You know?
Yeah.
And he didn't feel like he was getting the return he deserved for that kind of work, you know? And
Right.
for that kind of money, when you're straight forking over, like, boom, oh, yeah, that's cool. Here's $200. You know what I mean? I'm putting $200 in your hand so I
In
can
your
open the show.
pocket.
Fuck that shit.
And you know,
I'm
it's a
putting
shame.
$200 in your hand to open up for a crowd that I provided 15% of.
Hell yeah.
Right. He should have been like, oh, wait, you know what? Keep that dough this time. You know what I mean?
Sure. Or let
Or
dudes-
dope performance, man. Here's some other shit. Let me get you on the next time.
Exactly.
I just want you on there with us.
Exactly. Or at least be like, hey, MOP is coming through. Hey, this crew's coming through. I want you on here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And also, like, a lot of the dudes he pushes, I mean, I know he put out, like, a Bomb Shot mixtape or whatever, which I liked, you know what I mean? But a lot of the dudes who he pushes, they're not good MCs. They're not dope.
But what about?
And it seems like the people that are on those bills with the really ill people are just like friends of his.
They're a bunch of fucking clowns, man. A lot of these dudes just aren't dope. They haven't put the time in. They haven't put the work in. They don't have the fucking skills. They don't have the fortitude. They don't have the stage presence, man. They don't have what it takes.
Do you think some of them get paid though? I'm thinking like of some like some of the other underground MCs. I know Slane will get paid, right? But
Sure.
will like dudes like maybe like NBS is a crew that it's been doing stuff in Boston for a while. Would you think they would get paid from leads, or do you think?
I don't think.
Or do you think they have to sell tickets?
I got to tell
get
you
into a
right now,
show?
just knowing NBS, not like I know these dudes like they're my good friends, but just
knowing from
them,
around, being around.
I'm sure they don't take any fucking shit from this dude. And if they do open up a show for him, they're probably getting a good deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because those dudes are from the hood and they're thorough. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the same thing with like a dude with Virtuoso, I'm sure that if he does his thing,
Yeah.
and it probably coincides with the time when he's got a record dropping. you
Right.
know?
Yeah, but Vert also has longevity in the game.
He does have longevity
You know
in the
what I
game,
mean?
and he should have some pull because he's put a lot of work in and he's been around for a long time.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
And
But when's the last time you saw Vert opening up for a rapper who had any props?
Not in a very
Now-
long, not since we would go to hip hop shows when we were kids.
now,
5
do you
years
think
ago.
now Leeds used to be a part of a thing called Metro Concepts too back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
who used to
Yep.
do the Super Bowl battles and all, but now was it that same back then? For dudes like Acrobatic
That's
or Mr.
interesting.
Lift coming
I
up and
wondered
stuff like that,
Actually, I was wondering
or
that
Sage
myself.
Francis or any of those guys.
Okay, so here's what's real funny is that the other day, not just the other day, but probably like 2 or 3 years ago, and I honestly forget who I was talking to. It might have been K the I.
Okay,
It was,
yeah.
It was K the I.
Used to K the I.
It was K
yeah.
the I or someone like that, and I was being like, "Hey, man, the way things are going down with these shows these days, Leeds, this is how he does it, blah blah blah." And whoever it was, I'm not sure if it was K the I, but it was someone with that kind of staying power, someone who's been on the scene for a long time, was like, "Dude," he's like, "You don't know what it was like before Leeds, man. Like the dude who used to run things on these hip hop shows before Leeds was even worse."
Really?
And that's what he used to say to me. Yeah, he was like, "Man, unless you were headlining the show, if you were opening up the show, like they were bad to you, man. Like you were
treat you like trash.
paying to play. Yeah, really getting treated like trash." So I mean, I feel like that's just how the game goes. But
Damn, is that really paying your dues? Like literally?
literally paying your dues
Maybe that's why they call it that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
because you need to write a check.
Right, every time.
Yeah,
Or you got, I mean, even for like someone like me, like back in the day, I could have sold tickets maybe like that, to people I knew. But nowadays, it's like people got shit to do, you know what I mean? Especially if you're an MC, you know what I mean? If you're 30 years old, I mean, you probably got, you got your boys, right? Mm-hmm. You got probably a girl. You probably have kids, maybe one, maybe even two. You know what I mean? And you got this rap and shit. You got a day job too, just to try to support that shit. You know what I mean? Because
of course you got a day
music
job,
isn't
man.
making
You're 30 years old and you ain't got a fucking deal.
I think a lot of people don't
work.
realize that. You know what I mean? People think at least
Or grinding.
even for like an underground MC, people don't realize like, oh, these guys are making money, whatever. Really in reality, they're not making money. Like even Wordsworth said it. He's like, yo, I leave here. He's like, yo, I'm a rapper right now, but tomorrow I'm gonna put on a suit and I'm going to a real job.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, and I'm putting in work. You know what I mean? In order to go like on the road and and do all this other shit. You know what I mean? He's like, I got bills to pay. I got stuff to do. I can't be just rapping all the time. That's not always bringing in the dough. You know what I mean?
Hell no.
And he's one of the top tier underground MCs right there. That guy's got longevity. He's made great music.
Wordsworth is amazing MC.
Yeah, and I remember him saying that years and years and years ago. And at the time, like, we were seeing dudes like Nabo and like Mr. Lift, Acrobatic, dudes like this were open up for dudes at shows. You know what I mean? And the opening acts were worth the money back then.
Totally.
You know what I
That's
mean?
totally
Like
what
you
it
would
was.
get there early,
You're
so
paying
you saw
$15
all these fucking people.
Sure.
Nowadays, I show up to Middle East at 11 o'clock.
Word.
I don't give a shit about.
Yeah,
the
you see
opening
two
act.
names on there and you're like, okay, that's pretty good. But then all the other names, you're like, I don't know any of these guys, or I don't care about any of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And usually it seems like the people they sold tickets to are the people who are standing on stage with them. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And most of the time, all those dudes clear out before the headliner comes on.
oh yeah, and they're gone.
The
You know what I mean?
lines are blurred, man. It's crazy. I remember like a few years ago when I opened up for fucking Master Ace and his crew, and it was Wordsworth and Strick.
Yeah,
and
man.
Punchline.
EMC.
And
EMC,
man,
yeah.
I just got lucky because it was one of those situations.
Was that ASN show or something like that?
No, it was a fucking it was Edo G and Lino from the Four Lords and
Yeah.
this other dude Jesse. who set it up, and Jesse put me on. He's like, yo, you can definitely open up. I ended up selling probably like 5 or 10 tickets or whatever, and it was worth it. And me and my man Dro Man went on first, and then Wally Sparks went on after me, and it just so happened that things started a little late. We went on when the place was packed to capacity, and it was fucking fantastic. We ripped it down. We did a great set, and then I stuck around because, of course, I want to see Master Ace. That's like one of my heroes, you know what I mean? And when Master Ace went on, there was probably half the people in there when I went on.
See,
because that's what happens when you have these situations where you with
and those dudes put on a show too.
It's not like sure, and they rip shit down. But that's
they have
what
like
happens,
wardrobe changes and shit.
Because a lot of people are just like not even hip hop fans. They're just like chicks who are kind of like digging you, and you're just like, yo, come to my show, pay $15, and they're like, okay, cool, you know. And then next thing you know, and then they bounce after that. These bitches don't know nothing about hip hop. So
and they missed when these dudes came out in the Adidas jumpsuits.
Right, exactly. Yeah. With like the dookie ropes and shit.
So I mean, I don't know. Like, is there a quick solution? Is there some sort of way to fix this right now? No, there's not. You know what I mean?
And is that maybe why you don't see a lot of like old like underground MCs like maybe that aren't doing shows because now they don't have that name anymore, and so they're I
feel like that's why I can't see the MCs I want to see.
Yeah,
I would love to see a DITC reunion come on tour. You know what I mean? I would love to see fucking Godfather Don.
Oh yeah,
I would love to see. There's just a million fucking rappers. That
Cool
I would
G
love
Rap.
To see. Cool G Rap, man. I would love to see that dude come on tour. I would love
that
to
G Rap.
And you know what?
Album.
I was gonna go to
coming out?
I was gonna go to that Tragedy show on Friday, but I didn't, just based on the fact that I didn't want to sit through all this opening act. They had about a billion opening acts on that thing. I saw the set list and I was like, damn. And I'm like, I don't know if this show is gonna be any good. You know what I mean? I'm
Word.
Like, I don't want to. Granted,
I don't want to wait through an hour and a half of this with the chance that Tragedy's not going to do a fucking solid set.
Right, that's exactly what my argument was. I was with I was at VX, and I'm like, "Yo, VX, what do you think about this, man?" I'm like, "Should we go and risk it, or do we just go and get some really tight Mexican food that we know is going to be good?" And we went with the Mexican food because we were like, "Well, you
Mexican food is consistent."
Even if Tragedy, right, doesn't. I mean, all right, there's a possibility he doesn't show up. And the other possibility is he doesn't do a lot of tracks. He's got a whole bunch of music.
He has a catalog, man.
But does he have the beats for them?
Is he going to sit there for an hour and go through that fucking Intelligent Hoodlum shit and all that crazy shit? I mean, maybe he did.
Does he have the beats for that shit, though?
Maybe, because some of these dudes got the love for it and some of them don't, you know? So
I don't know, man. It's a hard call.
I don't know. I'm getting depressed talking about this shit.
Let's
hear some music, man.
You want to hear some music?
Yeah.
Can we hear something depressing?
Nah. We're going to hear something better.
CD, my wax, my fat cassette tape, I'm great, like Alexander O'Neal. It gets real when I hold a piece of steel and tell you how I feel. All over, toes are tapping, Bronx, Brooklyn, Island, Staten, Manhattan, Queens, South Central, Compton, Watts, Miami, Atlanta. I blow up mad spots. My name is Nine. Recognize, remember you're too tender to get slick with the #1 contender. I flow like diarrhea when I'm dropping. Mamma mia, ain't no cure for the pure lyrical diarrhea. Ova Confidence is popping. I'm like the hourglass, turn me over and I still keep dropping. That old Nine flavor continues to pay the rent. After you hit me, you won't be so overconfident.
Give me a condom plus a freak out burn rubber. The back twister. Shoving in your sister. Catch this bullet blister. Bullseye, don't give two who die. Don't read the Bible, cause lies get me sick. You better recognize. Dark mask click. Took the soul from past the news, now it's daylight. When I'm broke, I'm free high. 24/7, stay live. The world sees bent to me. A murder of the ex is meant to be. You hit up with the gun that's lent to me. When you violate, you pay the penalties. Hard like penitentiaries. Bringing pain for centuries. stresses. Bullets rip through lessons. Valentine's Day, I stab chicks and chests. My mental molested. Dark mass blesses the world. Starving cause you a little overconfident.
You was the man, bad news kid, I never heard of ya. Or the book, claim you did, you're phony, full of baloney, like I by ya, the wiener. Your style is artificial like Purina. Cat chow, meow, I'm on the prowl like first in hell. Lamping on the island with mad cash and fishy cow. I got rhymes like you got book. So you know my repertoire's mad thick with anti spits. Lyrically, I'm so amazing like Luther. I hit the stage and get ugly like Medusa. Ain't no place on earth I ain't slamming. If it's with the real hip-hop, then props is what I'm demanding. Understanding my potential. Hollow tip lyrics, I'm shooting. Aiming at your mental. I'll leave you in a state of confusion. Brain that you suck up. In other words,
Yo, we're gonna play another joint.
That shit was hard.
Another 9 joint featuring Aini Kamoze.
N-I-N-E. Here comes the hot stepper, bitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, salute to the real core. All the way in the 9 nickel, all the way to the deuce triple O. It's Aini Kamoze and 9 like water and bread. Relax your duff or get a hole in your head. If you don't know, now you know.
Hey, oh gosh, a lot of water. I know I ain't no fool, still I am thirsty. Tell me why. Oh shucks, just took a shower. The looks I get from the cop says I'm still dirty. Ain't no lie. And they took my 40 acres, sold me a home in Rikers, smelling my own vapors. I'll need some paper. That's what they have, hole in the head. Sweat on my brow and then my alone eat bread. That's what they need, hole in the head. In the motherfucking head.
I need Kamoze and then I need me now. 1-1-2, hit me with a 2-3. 4-7 years, I'm still creeping. Your brain is still leaking. Holes in your head for disrespectful speaking. Man, I bowl, man. 9 rolls with the ill dread rock, hot step. Give the 40 acres back, fuck that, we want 80. Rule 4080 tells me you shady.
Yo, it's the politician. Now that you win the election, do you still care for me? Do you? Hallelujah, Mr. Preacher. I see you been in the world, but you lose me. Lose my religion. Yeah, though I walk through the valley, lily of the shadow of death. Don't think I'm a stuff in your casket. You see me standing here, I might be sleeping here in an intimate affair with my bear. Hey, that's what they have, a hole in the head. Sweat on my brow and then my alone eat bread. That's what they need, a hole in the head. In the motherfucking head, that's what they have, a hole in the head. Sweat on my brow and then my alone eat bread. That's what they need, a hole in the head. In the motherfucking head.
We represent real cool.
Hey, who done it? Give the order to expire. The Messiah is at the butler. Don't think so. Since you won't give me the answer. Later for you, yes, later. Alligator, no escaper for the traitor. Got my finger on the trigger, happy I'm not. I'll protect my flock from the front to the back in the fiddling, all of that. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You must be out of your mind.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Like the sun will shine.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I tell you just one time.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Then pop goes the 9.
That's what they have, holding the head. Set them out, travel them alone, eat bread. That's what they need, holding the head. In the motherfucking head.
9, Kamoze now ring around the rosy. We ring around the weed spot, pack it like it's still dirty. Holding the head to the hearse, cheek. You go into the hearse and you said when I touch them up.
I don't mind.
Like boots, we scuff them up.
I don't mind.
11 emergencies.
Okay, that's fine.
And it feels so good.
Yo.
Word. That shit was ill.
N-I-N-E.
That wasn't quite the hot stepper, but it was still hard.
Here comes the hot step.
I don't know. I just loved hearing Nine shouting out ID Kamoze.
Yeah, I need Kamoze, man. He was a dude. I love that hot stepper joint, man. You can play that anywhere; it's gonna be a hit.
Hell yeah.
People get up off their seats for that shit.
Hell yeah.
Yo, I'm not one for. I never see myself getting married, but if I ever got married, I would play the hot stepper.
Here comes the hot stepper.
At my wedding reception.
Murderer.
For real.
You'd kill it.
You know everybody would get up too. My grandma would get up and dance to that shit right
Hell
there.
She's
yeah.
a lyrical gangster.
Hell
She'd
yeah.
be like, I remember this shit.
Yeah, for real. She'd be like, pass the hand, nigga. No, she wouldn't. She'd just take it. She wouldn't even tell me. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, that's my shit.
Yeah.
She hot step.
Love you.
Gangster.
Actually, peace to my grandmother. Yo, every year they used to throw the hip hop show in Government Center there, that free show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
And for a while, they used to have some real good acts.
KRS One,
one year on my
Big Daddy
birthday,
Kane, De La Soul.
KRS on my birthday, yeah, De La Soul. Rakim was the headliner one year.
EPMD.
EPMD.
And actually, the year that Rakim was here, my grandmother
CL
happened
Smooth.
to be in town for, I don't know, something or other.
Mm-hmm.
But
Nice and smooth. was it?
oddly enough, through friends, my grandmother born and raised in New York City, everywhere, Brooklyn, New York, man, all over. And just through people she was friendly with, she's a friendly lady, her godson is Smooth B.
Yeah.
From Nice and Smooth.
Word.
So, like,
Yes.
I told her I was going to this show down in Government Center, and I told her the lineup. She was like, oh, Nice and Smooth's going to be there, Smooth? Bong. Got on the cell phone, made a couple calls. She's like, all right, I'm going with you. And I was like, all right, cool. So we pull up in the whip. I don't know who was with me. Probably the Harmonator.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Drew showed up a little bit later.
Yeah.
I was there.
If I'm
I
not
seen-
mistaken,
I-
the
I remember seeing
supervisor
you
was
there.
up
I
in
seen
there.
Yeah.
And we got up in there. We're watching the show, and we get by the gate, and Greg Nice comes over first and starts talking to my grandmother like they go way, way back. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So he has a couple words of security, so we're backstage all of a sudden, hanging out. Smooth B comes over, big embraces. I met him a few times when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Embraces, and literally everybody else that goes to go on stage, they're like, oh, come to talk to Smooth B. And they're like, oh, who's this? Oh, this is my godmother. Bang, this is this. I got to meet all these people on the strength of my grandmother.
That's crazy.
That's the shit right there.
Yeah, your grandmother keeps it funky.
Keeps it for real.
Word.
Those are legends too, man.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
Greg
the
Nice,
greatest, man. Like
Smooth B is the man, man. Yo, wish he did more stuff still. Because, Greg Nice.
Greg and I.
Greg's still trying to do it, I think.
He's still mad active, man. I heard him on Backspin the other day. Like, every time.
I just heard him on a Fourth Pyramid joint. He did the hook for us. Sick.
Every time the beat nuts drop something, Greg Nice is on it. You know what I mean? Like,
That's love right
these
there.
dudes are still hella active in the game, man. They're dope.
As far as I know about Smooth,
I mean, if
though,
you need a hook,
he had,
Greg Nice will hook you up the best
Oh
hook
my
ever.
god, ever.
Oh, yeah.
Ever.
Put your hands in the air.
Oh man, he'll kill it, dude.
But actually, one of my favorite Gangstar tracks ever was Dwick.
Your word.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And everybody on that track kills their verses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And plus, that's that beat where, like, if you hear it, you're like, oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
You're
You
like,
get
all right,
going.
here we go.
Lemonade was a popular drink.
But, like, yeah, like my grandmother, when I mentioned shit like that to her, like how, like, monumental their careers were, she's on a different level. She's into that jazz, from her
Yeah.
day, Like, she actually introduced me a long time ago to Oludara. Nas's dad. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, my friend Olu all the time, Olu," and she's like, "Oh yeah, I think his son is a rapper." And I'm like, "Yeah, he's a
rapper.
He's a fairly popular rapper."
Yeah.
You know, and she's like,
He's
"Oh
actually
yeah,
quite famous.
yeah." She's in the jazz. That's her
Word.
thing,
Hey,
and I respect that.
gotta respect that.
Hell yeah.
Turn me on, man.
That's cool, man. Those dudes are in that show, man. They killed it too.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was incredible.
It was awesome.
Yeah, Nice and Smooth are fucking fantastic.
And I hear they're not even going to do hip hop shows at Government Center anymore now.
Really?
Well, last year they had like fucking Mac Miller come through with some faggot shit.
And I heard there was
that.
like riots and shit.
Well, the year before they had
I
Wiz,
would
they
riot
had
too
Wiz
if I was
Khalifa
there.
there.
And I heard,
And
yeah.
I got on the other side, right? I got a photo pass, so I was able to be up all in the front. You know what I mean? The
Okay.
whole show.
Yeah.
So everything's going well. You know what I mean?
Tripod Vega.
Yeah, I'm up in the place. I got some great pictures. You can see that on thecryptonline.com. Check that out. But so I'm there, and it's going all right. But the music I'm not that into because it's not my shit at all. Like they had this dude Ryan Leslie, who's like an R&B dude from around here, who's actually pretty big, I guess now.
Yeah,
You know
he's
what I
not
mean?
good though.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, he was there?
Oh yeah, man. He was, and then they had Wiz Khalifa was the headliner.
He's not really that good either.
No.
That was the first time I ever heard him. But when he came out, dude, I never seen a crowd go so crazy. Well, I have before, but like not like in this type of setting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just went shithouse, and they broke down the fucking barrier. You know what I mean? Like the metal gate to bring you to the front, which where I was standing, I was on the other side of the barrier. So I'm like, oh shit. And kids just start running towards the stage. Wiz Khalifa turned around and ran back off stage.
He dipped.
Yeah, he dipped. I mean, this dude fucking was gone, right? And I was like, fuck, trying to like take pictures and shit. Then now the cops have to push everybody back. They put up the gate, and the gate really they can't get it back to the way it was because now it's kind of fucked up. You can't get people pushed back the way you had them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Sure,
Chaos
they're gonna be pushed back, but not
chaos.
quite the way you had it before.
And that was it. But and everything was fine at that. Wiz Khalifa came back out and he did his shit. The crowd went crazy for him. I didn't quite understand it at all because that was the first time I ever heard him. I didn't get the whole
black and yellow, black and yellow.
Yeah, I think he did that.
Isn't that
Yeah,
all he has?
I think I got a video. I think I got some videos of that. But I didn't even know what videos to take of him because I never heard his music before. So I was like, I don't know what the big shit is. You know?
He's not a good rapper.
Nah, but
he's
his
not
wife
good
is
as
pretty
far as I
sexy
know.
though.
Fuck his wife, dude.
I would.
Word.
I know you would. But as far as the music
but
goes,
if that's the attraction, then
No, that I never.
it should be held at a different venue.
I'm still not a fan of his. Is he whack?
I don't know anything good by him.
No, he's not. He doesn't have like.
He's no Ini Kamoze.
He's no Ini
Hell
Kamoze.
no.
He doesn't have the skills, the prerequisite skills to be a great rapper. He's just a silly ass dude with a blonde streak in his hair. He looks like a fucking homo. His boys is homo. Fuck that shit. Hey, listen, man, you got some more gangster shit for us?
Oh yeah, man.
We don't have much time.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes, 2 minutes.
I don't know if we can get to Just Joe's requests.
No, I don't think so either. Sorry, Joe.
He had a lot of requests.
If
Fuck,
Just
buddy.
Joe would have been here, he would have heard his music.
Yeah, exactly. But you fucked up, dude.
Joe, you should have been here, man.
And sorry, VX.
We
I will try to get you next week, my
and
friend.
it's Vega's fault because his computer was broken. So we had to riff for a while.
Yeah, we did.
There was a lot of riffing going on.
riffed. Yeah, we riffed.
Peace to the supervisor's Onyx shirt right now.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, that shit's ill,
saw
man.
it when he pulled up
I got
today.
this
I was
in
like,
2009, and you know who else was there?
We were all there.
William Vega.
Yes, I was. I was there. Of course I was there.
Yeah.
What?
And
I'm missing
do
Onyx.
you remember when I took this shirt away from that fat little dude who tried to grab it?
Yeah.
I was like,
He's like, nah, that's my shit.
I grabbed that shit away from him like Ron Artest on a fucking rebound.
Oh my
dude.
god, you looked at the round mound of rebound.
Yeah.
You were like, give me that.
I Charles Barkley that dude.
Right,
with this
Bill
t-shirt.
Lambeard it right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. And I don't feel bad about that in the least.
Fuck no, you should not.
Hell no.
Hell nah.
That was like a kid I punched in the face at a non-fiction show to get a Power of Sun 12-inch. Boy, that was really worth
So
it.
worth
That
it.
was a funny show. I was backstage with that one getting drunk.
Those were the days.
Good times. Good times.
What you got queued up?
All right, let's
Yeah,
see.
I got nothing queued up, actually.
Come
I was
on,
trying-
motherfucker. What happened to my Shabazz track?
I couldn't find that, man.
You ain't got no Keith
I did
Murray
find
in there?
I did find the Thug Angel shit, though.
Oh, word?
Yeah. All right. Hold on a second. I got something. I got something.
Kick it.
We'll end out with this shit. All right. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. All right.
Well, he's looking for it.
I'm looking for it. All right, man. Peace.
I'm gonna sing a final song
that's a
for you
supervisor.
guys.
That's bona fide. I'm Vega,
jacking off to
thecryptonline.com.
you, girl.
And we're jacking off
I'm
to you.
jacking off to you.
I drink the brew. J-Sean, N-O-G, check it out. Growing up, didn't know enough. Now I got the touch. Getting sick on the mic like a nigga throwing up. Blowing up while you holding up. Warren rolling up. J-Sean, N-O-G, hate to see you showing up. While it's hard for you to retail, I post like bail. One you slept on while they pressed on like Lee nails. I'm worldwide like email. While you said traps, we said sales. Bunker Hill compared to Yale.
J-Sean, steal a mic, feeling it like a diddler. Rooftop, ghetto fiddler, ill rhyme, riddler, lyrical big pen, scribbler. In the middle of your cortex, through your Gore-Tex, it stinks like raw sex, full page. In the source next, Porsche Lex baguettes, more fake than solo flex, drunken style, gotcha. Stumbling, mumbling, snap the ball, watch him fumbling like Herschel. Ugly like Whoopi up in the color purple. We form connects while you're in the
And
wrong
putting heads
circle.
to bed like a silly, and clowning them seas like Barnum and Bailey. Running around the planet like a comet named Haley's. B-52, Irish cream, Kahlúas and Baileys. Blowing up like a bomb on the Muslim to Israelis. Getting jacked like Haley. You burn me? Really? Dennis, like Leary. Fist 'em like Fury. Hot like Curry. Reppin' Roxbury. It'll burn any Joe like Tory. So don't worry. End of the story. We blunt like Tory. Mad love right here. Murder Pen, Roxbury, Death Chester all year. Got love for this. Who's coming with hits? Representing Boston. L.O.G. J-Son. G-Square. Falling down like James Brown. Put the cape around my head. Leave me off the stage. One gon' rap till he dead. Or face red from the out of breath line I said. What we do to this, get him open like a uterus in bed. True to this, my symphony, you get the gluteus. From the moodiest chicken to the Maybelline snootiest. Aim right the same night. If your game title, no flaws. What? Like Tila Rock, Warren L.O.G. started rolling with guard and stopped rolling with gats. With a pack of wild dogs, never fucking with cats. Jason and Warren, no. Between us, over $1 billion served like McDonald's. Drunk and high like Sopranos. In stereo or mono. We tell all like the Bull Gravano. Hit the is, I hit the bottle. Got your mind in a boggle. You want us to fall. Wishing and hoping like Chicago, but we players who
We
ball.
date rape tapes like Cape Fear, sedate like roofies, Mickeys, waking up sticky, molesting mics. Ain't nothing pretty or bitchy. We bruise tracks just like hickeys. You want J-Son, L.O.G, Big One to connect tricky like magicians, pussy technicians, sadomasochistic positions. It gets better to the letter. K period forever.
Mad love right here. Murder Pen, Roxbury, Death Chester all year. Got love for this. Who's coming with hits? Representing Boston, L.O.G, J-Son, G-Square, Big One. I break MC ciphers like refs, most deaf. We leave none left. Plus we hot like breath. Don't ask why I like cleft or get trapped like chess. To all you gangster rappers, I'm like Elliot Ness. You'll get bagged like a Junie. From dusk to dawn like George Clooney. Finding whack rappers in the boonies. I shine like the sun while you dark and gloomy. My shit be airtight while your shit be roomy. You can act bug with your drugs or your thugs, but we on some real shit, no ordinary love.
You haters like Dominicans and Puerto Ricans freak more styles than Adina, serving niggas like court subpoenas. Who be the treacherous three? Not Sunshine, Special K and Mod, but J-Storm, Big One, L.O.G. Check out the melody, telling me stealing beats should be a felony if you playing niggas, not paying niggas. It's like beat jacking legendary niggas and paying them ordinary figures.
This ain't no ordinary love, y'all. This ain't no ordinary love. I show my ass like kids with ADD, 83 Totabo, not Ocho Source Quotable. Big one like glass shots, empty him, G-Squared, empty him. From gas cams to Pentium, name anonymous, sex game, monogamous. Throughout this metropolis, have them coming like the apocalypse. Shaking like a Motorola, I'm a general, you just a soldier. Born guardy, connect like Cosa Nostra. Who got love for this? What? You got love for this? What? Who got love for this? What? You got love for this? Mad love right here. Murder Pen, Roxbury, Death Chester all year. We got love for this. Who's coming with hits? Representing Boston, L.O.G, J-Son, G-Square, Big One. Creators.